Hi, everybody. Welcome to today, Gangster Ghost show. How you been, everyone? What you doing? You doing anything? I found some online pictures, crazy stuff. Yeah. What you been doing, everyone? Hi, Big Bad Mama. Uh, let's go here. Yeah, but watch some shows until someone comes on. We'll watch some shows. Uh, watch some hard preaching by
calls people. God's doing the drawing, and God draws people unto him with fear, pulling them out of the fire. Hate even the garment spotted by the flesh. You know, when I go out, you play it when you're like 5. And after that, you sing, where I can actually control the outcome. We talked to this guy, and he was saved. First of all, the Bible says here, he called you by our gospel. So who's going to get saved is going to get saved, no matter what we do.
See? You understand that? Yes, you do. Crazy guy. Don't know what's on crazy guy. Don't know what's on crazy guy. Crazy Amish man. You just
And go watch some Nazi propaganda. Absolutely, completely. Right?
process of the crazy Amish man.
I'm going to give you as one guy said, I remember in the past, that a man come. You know, I thought, isn't that interesting? You know, get ahead, as one guy said, I remember. He comes, the earth is going to make music to the Lord. I just want to show you here, I want you to open your mind for just look at this thing logically. You're an atheist. I want you to worship me. Question. Do you agree with that statement there? Yeah. Because in your mind, you believe the rebellious nature against God. I'm going to look for contradictions and errors in this King James Bible. I reject things like sin, eternal punishment. All right here. Believe and confess that your eyes have been opened now that you're an official card-carrying member of the church. Look what he says. No, he didn't say that. But let's look at this thing. But just open your mind for a little bit, okay? It's not going to hurt too bad.
Yep, I won't hurt too
I
bad.
just want to show you here. I want you to open your mind for a minute, and I want you to just look at this thing logically. We don't believe in something else, and they say, we don't believe in Luciferians. Atheists as
Self-confessed Carolina with this drug-pushing hillbilly faggot. And that's total sodomite-looking freaks. A bar in Oklahoma named the Devil for nothing. I'm deeply religious, and I felt like the devil had given me this. So I felt like the devil had given me a song. All of a sudden, people start dying. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Well, he's talking about death metal. Hughes recalls, in 2010, I was at a gay bar in Oklahoma. Somebody might get killed. Of evildoers, children that are corrupters. Because the secret to score speed all around America is gay bars at 5 a.m. Okay, these people who are going to see a guy who likes to hang out at gay bars at 5 a.m. Homophobic comments illegal and wouldn't even be legal in France. A lot of sermons I've preached in the past on the subject of sodomy would not even be legal today in France. Well, you know what? I'm a Pharisee then. Then you're a hypocrite and a Pharisee. I'm committing adultery waiting. Oh, you ain't. Wedding day. It's not wonderful at all. Isn't it? Oh, congratulations. I'm a Pharisee. With me committing adultery, Hoven garbage. I'm just going to call it out by name because it's a perversion of rape. You're doing adultery right. You're doing. You say, well, I thought you're Ken Hoven's friend. I'm a friend of Crystal Clear Bible. Because I love this. And I'm not gonna be friends with somebody who gets up and teaches this. What in the world? Oh, you didn't watch the seminars. A woman that's posting on Facebook, 100,000. Somebody didn't see the seminar. Yeah, kept it his own business. Hey, let me teach everybody who's divorced all to sin. But when he brings it to a public forum and says, hey, let me encourage you to disregard the... And then nobody can judge because, well, then why don't we just all swap wives then? Believes it, so let's all just swap wives. We've all lusted once. You stay married until you die. Bible says you stay married. I mean, there are preachers who are getting up and preaching stuff right now. You know it's true. That is unjust. Let him be unjust still. And he's like, come unto me. I'll give you rest. They don't understand that as Armageddon. It's about wrath, and Jesus is always trying to talk him down. It's, and then years burning in hell. He's like, I'll tread that winepress. He's the one treading it. Come, by the time is at hand. He which is filthy. So help us to realize the importance of this key. Hang out with fags, and he'd be so accepting, and he just, he would never judge anybody. This event is referred to as on that wine press. So no matter what we do, but listen, he's not going to come back. I mean, think about it. Wrongly, because isn't that kind of the image that people have? Or how about this image? Oh, Old Testament God is just, hey, God's not up judging us. He's cheering for us. He's rooting for us. And the last thing God leaves them with is it's always available. Even in Revelation chapter 22, it's being made available. In the last chapter, how is he portrayed? Meek and lowly. If you better know, they'll be broken down. Yeah. In the book of Revelation, or he comes second coming. Who's ever heard that one? This comes with his own, right? The second coming, he comes. And unto the coming, Sylvanus had been preserved blameless for his own. Until when we're reunited with you, when we're gathered together with you, joy of our go if you would to meet him in the air. Comes in the cloud all the time that we.
That's what's going on there. Yeah, because you're reading from lost people. And they're written by lost people like you. And then God will deal with you. Then that broken, repentant, contrite spirit, you're a sinner, and that you need to get to devil-possessed perverts out there. They're trying because they're lost. Go to Acts chapter 9. Offensive. But what about Paul? And so we can't really be sure 100%. Because we better translate it as blah, 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 blah. You see, he's had a big disagreement. Little bomb on him there, and you gotta love that, Paul, because these groups, they still exist today. All right, judge 3 groups in the Bible. All right, you even tell me about it. Don't even talk to me about it. Don't tell me
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
All right, how are you today?
I'm alright. What kind of cloak and dagger routine did Steven have for you in the back room of Proverbs, guys?
Oh, he talked about adding me to a group, but some I don't know something messed up. I'm not sure.
Basically told you that all of us are a bunch of horrible people.
No.
Oh? I thought that's who he was talking about in terms of enemies of the group.
Oh, who?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
Oh, he said that in the comments.
Well, he asked you to join the back room.
Oh yeah, yeah. I I I did. Uh,
Okay. Now, I was more wondering as a joke. If he told you to like keep it secret or whatever, then I mean
oh,
like
he
that.
did. He said he wanted to add me to their messenger group, but for some reason it won't work for some reason. It's weird.
Oh, I see.
Not blocked, and
Yeah,
he's not.
that's definitely worth pulling you away from your own show to go and talk about. That definitely couldn't have been communicated on chat.
It is weird.
Thank you, Steven. Very considerate. Adding me to the group, not enemy of the group. Yeah, Phantom, I misheard.
That's all right.
I misheard. That's my bad. Well, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Anyways, what's up
Pardon?
today?
Nothing.
Just hanging out on St. Hallows Eve.
Oh, hi, Big Bad Mama.
Hey, guys.
Hey, welcome
Good
to
to
the
see you.
show. How you doing today?
Pretty good. Just got up. Not
Oh,
too
nice.
long
Scooby just came back from his appointment to get a haircut, so
ago. Oh,
yeah, he's looking good.
good, good.
Then again, that's a given for Scooby. Isn't that right? Don't let him know. He already knows he's cute. He doesn't need to know he's super cute.
Oh,
Gangster, what they want over there in Proverbs Guys Hangout? Can you tell us?
add me to their messenger group, but I had some reason I had some problems adding me for some reason.
Oh,
I never got this whole like, hey, could you go away from your stream so that I could add you to the back room of our StreamYard so that we could talk about a thing that could easily be talked about on the stream? Like, what?
the timing's a little odd.
Why did you need to go into the room for that to be explained? Why couldn't you come in here, Steven? What's the problem? Are you too much of a Pharisee? Do you want to make sure that the mud doesn't touch the hem of your garment?
So I didn't see the show last night. Was there anything more said about the the ousting of Ryan over there?
Oh no, they swept that under the rug. They're not talking about that. Which, I mean, granted, I told them at the end of last show would have been the smartest way for them to have handled it, given how horribly they handled it to begin with, would be to just try and shut up about it and not talk about it anymore. So, hey, if they've finally come to a prudent decision, I guess a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
Right. I mean, from what I heard, it was just some things like Ryan had told somebody and I don't know if it was an underage person or not, but he told them his testimony,
Okay.
and which he has told on several occasions on their channel.
Right.
And there was another thing that he called somebody handsome, which
Yeah.
I just think that's meaningless, whatever that is, you know.
This
Um,
this person who Dan said was, I think Dan said they were 16 or something like that, sent Ryan a photo of them wearing a suit, and Ryan called them handsome, which, I mean, what's the problem with that?
Yeah, and I'm not, I'm not going to say he did something wrong or did something right, but that is his testimony, is that he is gay, and he gave that up when he found Jesus and was able to move, well, not move beyond it, but he repressed it as far as I'm concerned. But he gave that testimony probably a dozen times on their channel. So I don't know
Well, and I saw
what the
his face.
story
I
is.
saw on his Facebook, like maybe it was posted, if not right before Gangster Ghost show yesterday, then maybe just after it or during. But Ryan had a post on his Facebook with Steven and Krista, I'm pretty sure is her name, yeah. And he's sitting there saying, "Oh, Steven and Krista are such good people. I love them so much. They're so wonderful." And just given the timing of what happened and him getting thrown out of the group, it's just very strange. This entire thing, the way that this entire thing has been being handled. Like, these people throw you out of a group and then you make a Facebook post about how they're great people. Okay, I mean, you can. It's a free country, but I don't know. Not the move I would have went for necessarily. But then again, I'm not Ryan.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure.
Oh, I found some pictures.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I found some pictures, Mister Aiden.
That's not my real name.
Honey,
It was
show
pretty
you.
Of
funny
course.
how Lupin couldn't get the link last night.
Yeah, he kept asking for it, and you were just there. Take a hint, Lupin.
Right. Or do you have to? Oh, that's good.
That's good. That's good.
He's posting every little step of trying to get this link, and it's like, Lupin, this is so weird.
Oh, I joked around with Bruce last night.
You joked
The
around with
chat
him?
yesterday. The chat yesterday on the Proverbs Guys panel was probably my favorite Proverbs Guys chat in a very long time. I've got this great screenshot of me saying hashtag I stand with Bruce, and then Bruce saying something that was like talking crap about me about something, and then right after that, sandwiched in between that is some alt account or like some sock account with my name on it with a maple leaf, also saying I stand with Bruce.
Oh, I saw that.
Layden Ayenden or whatever his name is. I'm glad I'm famous enough that I got somebody out there impersonating me. That's flattering.
Right.
That was
Right.
That's flattering.
And they were on your side, it seems like.
Yeah, it's true. I got Missing Mod. She made that account Aiden's therapist that one time. That was
Oh,
pretty
that's
funny.
pretty funny.
That was pretty
oh Aiden.
funny.
Yeah, I was joking around with Bruce. I tell because of Brian Newman and not Newman, Brian Dingacher. He said that going to a church building is pagan.
Yeah, he cried about how he was quote unquote treated on your channel. He's like, last time I went on your channel, Gangster Ghost, I got called the F word. It's like, why don't you go cry to somebody who cares, Bruce? You're an
Bruce,
adult. I'm pretty sure you can handle it.
he's just the most negative person I probably ever heard on these, one of them.
Yeah.
He's so
And then he started dragging
judgmental.
up all this, like, he started, like, dragging all this stuff about my past up in the side chat as well. He was like, oh, wow, you graduated early? What a guy. Wow, you had 6 jobs in the last 4 years, which isn't even true. I haven't had 6 jobs. I don't know where the hell he got that from, but he did get that I graduated early, correct? He talked about like my air cadet career and like getting awards for public speaking and stuff like that. It's like, why are you bringing this up, dude?
It's like, yeah, do you want us to bring up what you did in high school, Bruce, which you admitted on stream? I won't do that if but do you remember that, Aiden, or
I
not?
think no, I don't remember that actually.
Okay. I'll tell you about it off stream.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But it's just like I mean, it was nothing negative besides like insinuating that I was like constantly job hopping, which
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know where he got
that
that
is
job
negative.
figure from. No, that is negative.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I corrected him and he's like, oh, maybe I read that wrong, which I don't know how you read. Whatever. It's really not a big deal at the end of the day. But I'm just wondering, like, where did you get that information from? Like, how thoroughly have you been combing the internet looking for me?
I need to tell you, don't be a sad Lupin.
Be a happy Lupin.
Happy Lupin.
As I said, Lupin did a good acting job in that crying part of that video.
Yeah, you could get a role. I'll tell you what, Lupin, you could be the head grip for the mic. How does that sound, Lupin?
No, we could make him somebody where, like, you have a gun to him, and he all of a sudden becomes stool pigeon and breaks down and cries, because we know he can do that.
Yeah, that's true.
And you get a confession out of him.
Well, I mean, you're going to be the director, so you got to give him like, all right, Lupin, just imagine that I'm hip hopping on, or Aiden's hip hopping on, and he's about to ground you from video games for 6 months unless you cry.
Right, give him some direction.
That's right. That's good. I like to think of myself as like a producer on this film that like embezzles like 70% of the budget and then like runs off to the Cayman Islands.
70% of $5,000.
That'll get me far, all right? $5,000. That's it's bigger than I expected in terms of a budget. Dang. We're gonna make the next
video with a video camera, and if you can already come up with the sets, you don't have to like use a set somewhere. And
we could ask Bubblegum if we could rent the dingy warehouse room that I last saw him recording for one of the scenes. Yeah,
that's a good one. Yeah, it's got no windows. It's all
it's garage door, like stacks of like shelving with miscellaneous items all over the place. Yeah. I like it.
Some good lighting and.
Yep.
Today's Halloween Eve. Your day, Aiden.
Halloween
you are
Eve.
A witch. Aiden.
Wow. This is gonna be the next room. I can see it already.
Stop living out, Aiden. We all know you're a witch.
I am tired of living in this world. I'm tired. Oh, hi, Mark.
Lisa, you're driving me crazy.
You are tearing me apart, right. Lisa. So good. And then he tried making a sequel, and it had like none of the energy of the original. It was really sad.
He made a sequel?
Pretty sure he did.
I know he made a movie with another movie with his friend called Best Friends. It was a 2-parter where he's outside. His buddy Mark was outside and he woke up with blood on his shirt and didn't know where he's at. And he ended up finding him. That one guy was in. It's nothing to do with the room, but just had this 2 same guys in it.
The Room has the best ending in all of cinema. I'm just gonna say that, and then I'm just gonna leave that there.
But Aiden, is it true you're a witch?
Maybe.
Here, let's see. See?
No, not the low-cut shirt. No.
This is the
anything but that.
Aw.
That was Snowy's face when I saw that photo for the first time.
Are you a truck driver? You look like a truck driver.
Yes.
How about this picture?
I'm Billy Jim. That last one was Billy Jim Bob down from the filling station.
Oh. What about this guy?
That one you look like Jennifer Lawrence. Not that one.
I was gonna say
Hunger Games.
What about this?
In this one, I look like a weird mutant fish creature, or at least in the last one.
Yeah, that one looks like you're just evolving right there on the spot.
That's true. That's true.
Look at the great brother Pike.
Christian should grow his hair like that.
Lupin said that I was going backwards. I was devolving, and I asked him in response, which one's further up on the evolution chain, the walrus or the ape,
What about you? See?
Gasp.
But this
Hey,
movie,
panel. Hey, Speedy Romans. How's it going?
Hey, Speed. Good to see you.
brother Pike is the great brother Pike.
I can't believe it. I'm really offended because Bruce brought up the word that I called him last time, and that's great, but I've done that before. He didn't bring up the awesome joke I made about getting his ribs removed like David Bowie or Marilyn Manson so he could fillet himself. He didn't even bring that up. And quite frankly, I'm very offended by that. You know what? Did you ever have that rumor going around when you were a kid, Big Bad Ma? This person got their ribs removed.
Yeah.
So that
It was Raquel Welch.
That was wow.
But it wasn't because she could fillet herself. It was just because her stomach would appear flatter, and yeah, that was the only time I'd ever heard somebody having their rib removed or ribs removed.
It was always Marilyn Manson when I was a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, Devil, I remember hearing too. Are you sure was it you?
Apparently it's a way that you can age somebody, is asking them who it was that they heard got their ribs removed as a
I
kid.
know. Yeah, I have to go back to Raquel Welch,
Yeah.
From 1 million BC in the 60s.
I always
You have to go back
She
to
was smoking hot in that movie.
one of those ancient trepanation rituals from the Neolithic period with a sharpened stone knife or something like that.
Oh, Phantom heard it was Cher.
You heard it was Cher? Cher. Man, my mom loves Cher so much. Oh my goodness.
She had some good tunes.
What about Sun?
She has Cher money in Cher We Trust.
Oh
wow. Yeah, she's
a big fan.
Oh yeah, she's a big fan. She went to all the concerts and stuff.
What about Sunny? What about Sunny?
Sonny wrote some pretty good songs.
Oh. Is it true
What about Adam? He had a rib removed. Well, apparently it was a weird superfluous rib that went all the way across his chest if he only got one rib removed.
Thanks to you.
I always found that account really weird. Why would it be one rib? Did he just have an extra rib? Was it on the left or the right?
I heard there's one guy, Michael Jones. He said that. Oh. You think that, Mr. Aidens?
I think, that's what I think.
Yeah, Big Bad Mama, under the Power Guide show, they have, some reason they have Willie Pig on is talking about the Freemasons.
Who?
On the
Pike?
Power Guide show. Yeah, under there it talks about
Pike
the
Files.
Well,
Such a bunch of disingenuous crap.
Achilles made this statement that all the founding fathers in America were Freemasons. And so I threw out, a fact to him that I looked up that it was 7 of the 20 whatever signers of the Declaration of Independence were Freemasons. And they got into this discussion like, oh, are they actually going to announce that they're Freemasons? I don't know. It was just ridiculous. He was
Why
just
would any of them do it then, if that's the case, Achilles? Like, what?
right, right.
So
Thanks
stupid.
to
He
you.
wanted to make it seem like America is the Antichrist, and
Of course, because his whole worldview hinges on America, a country that was founded 1700 years after the Bible was written, being something that the Bible talked about, and it's
right,
just absurd.
right.
Plenty of people thought that about plenty of different states that have risen and fallen all throughout human history. In the last 2,000 years, there's been plenty of people who had plenty ideas about what this was, and they all happen to be wrong, but you're the one that got it right, Achilles. You're the one that, even though mine's much more intelligent than yours, have spent much longer than you have poring this over. You're the one that has the secret sauce.
But
Even though you've talked about the papacy being the Antichrist and some guy in France being the Antichrist, apart from that, you're perfectly
no,
consistent.
And some Greek guy being the Antichrist, and yeah, I
Exactly.
mean, everything's the freaking Antichrist to this guy. It doesn't matter. I really am convinced at this point that it's just a big game. I really am. I'm starting to become disillusioned from this idea that Achilles actually buys this crap. I really am. Because it's getting to a point where how can you? Like, how can you function as a human being and genuinely believe all the crap that Achilles thinks?
Especially when he was predicting the eclipse was gonna be the rapture, or, you know, he's like the Seventh-day Adventist who gathered on the hill predicting
Yeah.
the end of the world, and it just rained. I mean, that's what that was. So the day after the eclipse, oh, he's trying to pass it off as kind of a joke or whatever, but
Oh, it was nothing but excuse, mate. I never said that was the actual end. I said that that
right,
was another thing that didn't happen.
right.
It's like, okay, bro. I mean, I don't know. It's like with Dan being the president. I don't know why they spend so much time and effort trying to convince everybody of that when they're the only ones that'll ever be convinced that Dan has any actual power and authority over that. It's the same with Achilles. Why even bother justifying your worldview when it's so absurd on the face of it? I'd have more respect if he was just like, that's what I believe, and I am free to believe it, and you believe different, that's fine. But no, it's not enough for that. He needs to shove it in everybody's face and act like everybody's stupid for not thinking the way that he does.
He's an egomaniac. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he talks about narcissism this, narcissism that, and it's all just blatant projection.
right, he's
I
describing himself when he had that narcissism show, and he's going point by point. I mean, it's like, "Okay, that's you.
You're right.
That's you. That's you."
I mean, the biggest thing that's ever gotten his goad for me, and I can tell based on his reaction, is me pointing out that I know more about this subject or more about that subject than he does, and it just gets under his skin so much. And I know that because that one time he showed that. Remember when we were talking about chariot wheels, and he
Right.
showed that one painting, and he was like, "Oh, what era is this from, Aiden? Who painted this? Because you like to act like you just know everything about everything. So when did this come from?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that seems like a Georgian era English
Yeah, didn't you say,
painting,
like, the
probably from."
1600s or
Yeah,
1700s
no, I,
or
I
something?
said it. I was like, that's probably from like the late 1600s to maybe mid 1700s, Georgian England kind of period painting. And he was like, it was from around that period, yes, but that has nothing to do with the fact that it is depicting a real life event. And then when he got called out for the fact that it's not like contemporary or doesn't have anything to do with any actual like battle that ever took place, he was like, well, the person killed themselves because the wheels weren't moving, so that makes me right. Oh my gosh. I still have the little sketch I made of the guy on the chariot. I like made a little sketch and I showed it to everybody and I was like, you see, it's got 4 spokes.
Right.
It was great. That was great.
That's
Oh
proof
my
for the
goodness.
I mean, this was supposed to be proof of the Exodus, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be proof that the Egyptians had four-spoked chariots, and his proof of that was showing a freaking Mycenaean battle that had nothing to do with Egypt whatsoever.
Right, from a painting that was, 17th
It's from the
century
Trojan
or
War.
18th.
Well, it was depicting an event from the Trojan War, which has
Right.
absolutely nothing to do with the Egyptians whatsoever. Yeah, chariots were a common implement at that point in history, but we have artifacts from that time, and we know that a four-spoked chariot would have very little actual use on a battlefield. It would be shaking so much to the point where any archer that would be on the thing would miss half of their shots.
And isn't he comparing this with pictures of coral at the bottom of the Red Sea? I mean
Yeah, yeah. He's he's showing
ultimately,
the
that's what he's comparing it with.
he's showing the wheels, and I'm pointing out, like, yeah, but the wheels that Ron Wyatt had gold on them, and it's absolutely asinine to paint a war chariot with gold. It makes no sense whatsoever. Because all of that gold, unless you're rolling it around on a nice cobbled street where the terrain is even enough. And even then, there's accounts of people going behind triumphal processions and things like that and taking the little flecks of gold and keeping them for themselves. So that even then, even in those conditions, you still have gold flaking off of these wheels, but we're expected to believe that these wheels went all the way across the Rocky Sinai Peninsula without losing their gold. Give me a break.
Aiden, I have a question
Hi,
for
Mr.
you.
Logo.
Hi, Mr. Logan.
Hi, Big Red
I have,
Mama. Hi, Gangster.
Good to
hi.
see you.
I have a question for you.
Wow, wow. Hi, Mr. Logo.
Hi, Aiden. Hello.
I have a question for you,
Fine.
Mr. Aiden. Any of those great minds you think of, any of them are Achilles back in the day? I said no, because they're nothing compared to the great Achilles. They will kneel before the great Achilles.
Yeah, right before Achilles gets on a stream, a young boy comes up to him and they're like, "How can I become great?" And he's like, "Have you ever tried to make a woman feel insane on a YouTube channel?" And they're like, "No, I've never done that." And he's like, "That is why no one will remember your name." And then he goes on to the live stream.
Or
Yeah,
accused
Um,
innocent people of a murder plot.
Yeah.
that was that was the funny story with that so-called World News Daily report, right? Which is was a journal where all these creationists copied these images out of that. And I think even
Right.
Kent did, right? But at the bottom of the page, it said this journal, this magazine is of satiric content.
Oh,
So this
that's
was
funny.
not real. They also had a story where, like, supposedly a man was hospitalized because he, quote unquote, was inappropriately touched by Bigfoot or something. So they had such stories, right? Which was satire, right? This is a satirical journal, which is now offline, right? But all this
Well,
creation is
censored by the
copied.
by the powers that be.
Yeah, all and then they all
The
fell for that.
overlords.
They all copied that stuff, right? From these images, which included these chariot wheels, supposedly on the bottom of the Red Sea.
Who's the name of the judge that tried Ken Hovind? Or no, not even the judge. The guy that like had nothing. John Roy Atkinson or whatever.
Yeah,
Atchinson.
Roy David Atchinson
Yeah,
or something.
he knocked on the building hosting the web servers for that website. He was like, "Oh yes, hello. Is your papers in order? Yes, is your papers here?" And they're like, well, I'll actually go get those. Just one moment. Oh, there's no need to go get those. I would just use my Luger to sign them."
It was Mr. Logo?
I never said it was Mr. Logo.
Oh,
I
Well,
just said it was his ilk.
just
oh,
last week, Achilles was saying there was new information about Noah's Ark that was in mainstream media, and I looked at these sources, and it was like Mr. Logo was describing, just total tabloid stuff. They had stories about people that talked to aliens and all that. And this was Achilles' mainstream source that he was referencing. And again, they're going back to the rock formation and trying to turn it into an arc. And Steven said, "Yeah, take that, Big Bad Mama. Try to refute that." And so on Gangster Ghost show, I think maybe even the next day, I did refute it. I brought in like cross sections of the geology, and I wanted Achilles to come on. He never showed up.
But he's a great
No.
He said he
refuter.
was going to come on yesterday in 20 minutes, and he never showed up. You predicted it spot on. He never showed up.
Right. He's not great, Logan. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's not. No. He's not even great at being a charlatan, if I'm being honest. He's pretty sloppy at that.
Right.
I thought this was so funny in the chat. This was such an Aiden moment, right? All capitalized link, which is essentially yelling link, and then Gangster gives the link, right? And then he adds with the asterisk link.
I didn't mean to do the caps, all right? I didn't mean to. I'm not gonna make that joke. I've bullied Mr. Logo enough for one day. Poor Mr. Logo. He's never done anything wrong. Even no matter what Missing Mod says, he's never done anything wrong. So weird that one time, just apropos of nothing whatsoever, me and Mr. Logo are having a nice conversation, and Missing Mod drops in. He's like, "I think Mr. Logo's dumb." It's like, what? Man,
Well,
there's not enough drama around here. Let me just drop this pipe bomb.
We defended him the other day.
She got so angry.
She was
over
pissed,
freaking Mr. Logo.
I think she was going to think it was funny when I said, "Well, she said you're just supposed to let things go," and I said, "You're the one that lets things go. You have a guy on your show that comes on and puts a gun to his head," and I thought she was going to start cracking up. You started cracking up like you wouldn't believe, but she says still like Aiden was there. He could, It was pretty funny. Where is Missy Maud? I wish she was here.
She was like a little triggered because I compared the creationism and said, this is like asking as 3 or 5 seconds, right? Which is asking the wrong question when your sandwich falls on the floor, right? I mean, bacteria are not running towards that sandwich, right? So there's no 3 or 5. And when I mentioned that, then she went off. But okay.
Was it Mr. Sandwich? One of Bruce's alts. I wish Mr. Sandwich would come back. He was always a jolly presence.
The only time Bruce has been pleasant was when he was trying to imitate Tony Soprano. And he was actually funny.
That was good. That was good. He didn't talk enough about Gabagool, so I thought I had to bring that into it. But yeah.
But what's the most recent drama there on Proverbs Guy? I heard something, right? There was something with Ryan.
Oh yeah, Ryan.
It was a
so
maybe this is
Big
like
Bad Mama, you can
right from is that
you summed it up very well yesterday, Big Bad Mama. Go ahead.
So Dan made a video announcing that somebody in the Proverbs guys had an inappropriate relationship with a minor, I think is an exact quote. And so everybody's thinking for a day, who could this be? Who could this be? And then the next day they had their show and they announced that Ryan was being let go from the Proverbs guys. But the parents of the minor had determined that nothing illegal had been done, but that he had crossed a boundary with a minor. And it consisted of a couple text messages and a phone call. So that opened up all sorts of questions, about, well, what are the specifics if you're accusing this person? And, who are the parents to determine the legality? But a lot of it was, is he even guilty of anything, or did you guys just kick him out because he's gay? And did I sum that up,
Yeah,
Aiden?
I think that's pretty good. I mean, just a couple other things I would add to that is the fact that, like, they would contradict themselves in the recounting of the story. On one hand, they would say that it was just a couple of texts and it was just a phone call, and then they would say that they spent hours poring over screenshots. You know, on one hand, that they
Right.
would say that it was nothing illegal was done, nothing wrong was done, and the church hasn't kicked him out that he's a part of, but we want to abstain from the appearance of evil, so we're removing him from the show because of what he did. So just double speak as far as, well, he didn't do anything wrong, but he did do something wrong, but he didn't, but he did. And it just left everybody extremely confused, because when you make the claim that somebody, and as it was revealed, Ryan, according to them, was engaging in inappropriate, I believe the specific term was inappropriate interactions with a minor, was what was being used, and that was what was being bandied about. People are going to assume the worst if you don't provide further context to that. If all that you say is, oh, well, people are, sorry, if you say that that he's getting involved in inappropriate relationships with a minor, I think most people could tell you where their mind jumps to at that point. It's not a good place, So it was on them to clarify that and to clear Ryan's name because of the way that they presented the information. And yesterday, all we were doing was asking for them to come on and clear Ryan's name and actually present the information that was made available, because they made it very clear in their initial video that they were going to be transparent about all investigations. All
Right.
investigations were going to be released onto YouTube. It was going to be made totally transparent, and that never happened. There was no follow-up. There never will be a follow-up. There never will be any investigations released on YouTube, because they're liars. And they have at this point endangered this man's reputation going forward for the rest of his time on the internet, because now he's going to have this accusation following him around.
And they're in the chat. We're asking questions on the show yesterday, and they're in the chat,
Laughing and
making jokes,
joking with each
and
other.
yeah.
Yeah, they were on the show itself. Steven supposedly broke down into tears, and everybody was all broken up about it. And there was a lot of prayer that day. And, we're just trying to take it one moment at a time, guys. Could you please pray for us? It was just real tough. And then, when the day afterwards, I guess they were able to just totally get over it, because they were making jokes and laughing to each other in the chat and refusing to actually come on and address anything. Just sickening stuff. Just absolutely sickening behavior. Ryan was just next on the chopping block. So, wasn't very surprising to see.
Dan was just totally deflecting. He's the one that made the statement in the first video that there was an inappropriate relationship with a minor. Now, of course, where would your mind jump to then? And then he's in the chat saying, well, what is your absolute morality that you use?
Yeah, yeah. Is having inappropriate relations with a minor absolutely wrong? And we're just sitting there like, what does that have to do with anything, Dan?
Right.
How could you? I don't understand how you could act like you're a good person, and yet you use this encounter, which, as you claimed, was an inappropriate interaction with a minor. Why would you use that as a jumping off point for your stupid rhetorical garbage that nobody really believes anyways, and everybody can immediately see through as nothing but a naked rhetorical attempt for you to make us look bad? Like, why is that your priority right now?
Especially when you can just come on the show and basically set the record straight.
They're not interested in that. And that's why I was saying earlier that I think that there's at least a component of social engineering to all of this. I think that if not the actual event itself, then the way that they portrayed that event was set up in a way to make us go on the show and trash Ryan and call him all of these awful, horrible things. so that they could make a show saying, oh my gosh, look at what all these atheists said about Ryan. He didn't even do anything that bad. They were going to hold the evidence in reserve and only release it once we went on and said, Ryan's a pedophile, Ryan's this, Ryan's that. They were waiting for the evidence so that after we said all those horrible things, they could release the evidence and be like, Ryan didn't even do anything that bad. Look at these atheists trashing this guy for no good reason. And now it's blown up in their face. So the evidence is never going to be released. They're just going to sweep it under the rug and pretend like it never happened, just like every other failed Proverbs guy's attempt at social engineering. You think you're ever going to hear Steven bring up the time that he asked Gangster Ghost or demanded from Gangster Ghost in the name of Jesus to show his face? You think you're ever going to hear from Achilles about their conceited attempts, rather, at gaslighting Missing Maud into making her feel crazy? Of course not. You're never going to hear those from them because they know that those were shameful things. And that's why it's up to people like us to keep people reminded about those things, because they would rather that they get swept under the rug and forgotten about.
Let alone the stuff they said about Mark.
Oh, absolutely. About Mark, about Christian Pike.
Yeah.
Acting like Steven saying that Christian Pike is trying to get him arrested, literally apropos of nothing whatsoever. Just constant scummy, awful, deceitful behavior.
Investigating Father Charles.
Yeah, investigating Father Charles, all of which amounted to calling a church that they thought Charles worked at. And then when they got the answer that they wanted, concluding the investigation immediately because they got the answer that they wanted out of it. I mean, like, all of that is just skeletons in their closet that they would rather that you forget about because the outcome never works out the way they want it to. I can't think of one time, just real quick, Gangster Ghost, real quick. I can't think of one single time, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but never once have I ever seen those Proverbs guys do an intrigue and it actually work out in their favor. It's always blown up in their face. It's always turned into something that they didn't want it to. And yet they keep at it. Hey, maybe this time it'll work out.
Like we're not going to be skeptical of everything they do, from henceforth or whatever. It's like I'm skeptical of anything they do. So I'm always going to look at it like they're trying to get away with something. I'm sorry, Logan. Go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
NASA may have accidentally destroyed life on Mars over 50 years ago.
What?
Yeah, it's up on the news saying. That's what it said.
I just didn't quite hear what you said the first time.
Said NASA may have destroyed life that's on Mars that's 50 years old.
Oh, if they're talking about from 50 years ago, they're probably talking about the Viking lander and its experiment on the Martian surface soil when it initially landed and conducted a test inside of its internal laboratory. Yeah, there's speculation that water, much like was the case for the early Earth with life forms there, that if there was Martian life, that it evolved such to the point where it was actually hydrophobic rather than hydrophilic. So there's speculation that the Viking lander might have actually killed any of the life that it would have scooped up with the water that it introduced into the sample.
Oh, huh.
Phobic? Is it homophobic?
I have something.
Well, there was
something.
an assumption. Just real quick, Logo. I know. I've already dominated the show enough, but there was like an assumption in the 70s that scientists had that like all life had to be water based, like it needed water in some capacity in order to survive. And I mean that's a fair assumption. Any life on Earth needs water at some level or another to survive. But I mean, if we're talking about a totally different terrestrial environment, then we really shouldn't just be looking at Earth as a sample size as far as how life could develop. So yeah, they went with an experiment where they basically had to introduce some level of water into the sample, and now there's a want in the scientific community to try that same experiment except with better technology and without introducing any outside contaminants to the environment. Go ahead, Logo.
Well, I think DNA is most likely formed in an aqueous environment with water because it's so closely associating with water, right? even in that helical structure. Right, but I have something better content. Can I screen share? I'm sure this will so much fail, but I don't know. How can I
Okay.
screen share?
Go to this TV thing right there says screen share.
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Oh,
So do you see where your microphone in the camera is? In the middle, there's a screen.
Oh, he might
this
be on his
screen.
phone.
Are you on your phone?
No, no.
Oh, there it
So
is.
do you,
There is. Is that correct? That
there you
works
Yeah.
go.
or what?
What the?
Okay. Yeah. Here I'm like when Aiden is talking about my accent, I'm recently like learning accent, and here I have a funny video. Can you see that? The blue shirt guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. I hope the sound is loud enough. You can see my the blue shirt guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not practice that.
Can't hear
I
anything.
can't hear any audio.
Still can't.
Yeah, I think you need to. There's a little thing at the bottom when you share your screen to like share your audio as well.
How can I do that?
Exit
Audio.
screen share, try going back into it again, and this time check the bottom of the little pop-up screen that comes up. There should be a little tab.
It says also share tab audio, and there's a little thing there.
There's none of that. Screen share.
Mr. Logo is used to German engineering, so he's used to there being
Yeah.
like 80 different submenus within the other menus that you can use.
Do you see that there's a little loudspeaker thing that says also share tab audio, and then it's got a little turn on button thing?
Nope.
Yeah, it's a little slider.
What does it look like when you turn on the screen share?
We need Mr. Logo to screen share his screen share.
Right.
I don't know. Like
Well, you just did it. You just shared your screen.
Yeah,
So did a window come up when you did that?
No, it was popping up within that
It just
window
popped up.
of YouTube, right?
You're gonna have to ask Lupin.
Yeah. Lupin can make sure to announce every step in his way to coming into the show. I've logged down to my computer, guys. All right, click it on the Google Chrome.
There was no audio. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, there was no audio. Sorry.
Okay.
That's all right. We'll forgive.
Work on it and show
That
next
is all
time.
right. The Germans are known for their quietness. I said I was gonna stop bullying Logo. I'm gonna stop.
Okay, good.
He's a nice young man.
You wouldn't want to get him angry, I don't think.
Well, Aiden,
I wouldn't want to get him angry. No, I wouldn't.
yeah. What you doing?
What am I doing? I'm getting ready to do a recording session for Christian's audiobook.
Oh, that's exciting. That should be good.
Yeah, I'm doing Out
How
of
are
Egypt first, and then I'm going to be doing his other books as well from the plan that we have set up.
Pen 9 for outer space.
That's right.
Oh, Aiden, somebody showed up.
Oh, who's this?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I need to go restream. Aiden, how does that make you feel, Aiden?
Is that
What is that photo that's in that avatar?
I don't know.
It's Aiden's therapist.
Therapist, I see. Never good at spelling, were you, buddy? That's all right. It's all right. You don't need to win a spelling bee to get a psychology degree, I suppose.
Do we need to talk? Well, I got a question for you, Aiden's therapist. How does it make you feel the way that you come on here and address me the way that you do? How does that make you feel? Very good.
Uh-oh, if they put an LOL on there,
Is that
I think
Mr.
we can guess
Mod?
who it is.
Oh, that's Mod for sure. Yeah, that's Mod for sure. Dr. Phil, Dr. Phil's football team in high school like lost a game like 74-0 or something like that. Just an absolute
Oh my God.
blowout from the Dr. Phil football team. Oh my gosh. If I ever were to go on Dr. Phil's show and he's like got me cornered on like some dirt from my past, he's like, "Well, Aiden, I have to ask you, Aiden, the fact that you have 18 consecutive terabytes of classified government documents on your computer is something to be rather concerning, Aiden." I'd be like, "Oh yeah? What about the time that you lost 78-0 in high school, bitch? What about that?" No, the best Dr. Phil moment of all time was, the bum fights guy?
Yeah.
There's this guy, yeah. There's this guy that for the audience. There's this guy that used to run this YouTube channel. Maybe it's still around, but I doubt it with the current YouTube guidelines. It was called Bum Fights, and he'd like literally go to like homeless people, and he'd be like, "I'll give you $20 if you kick that guy's ass on video." And surely enough, they would go and they'd fight each other for the food or the money or whatever he was offering, and.
It was a horrible thing.
It was. No, it was a horrible thing. It was. And Dr. Dr. Phil, he brings this guy on, and he's like expected to like do this like moral grandstanding thing about how like him like getting people to fight for entertainment is like bad and like it's immoral. So the guy just dresses up like freaking Dr. Phil. Like exactly like him. He's the exact same suit, shaves his freaking head, a whole 9 yards. Dr. Phil comes out, and I guess if it was pre-scripted, it was the best idea the producers of that show ever had. But I doubt it, because the look on Phil's face when he comes out there is really that's a hard thing to act. The level of shock on his face. He just goes pale, and he's like, "You know what? We're not even going to do anything here. We're done here." The guy's like, "Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Are you any better than me? Are you any better than me when you really think about it? All that you do, you just got this dressed up program, but you're basically doing the exact same thing that I'm doing." Dr. Phil's like, "Yeah, that's great. You keep telling yourself that." And like, I guess like the light for the audience of like applause must have come on, because the entire crowd was like, "Yeah, Dr. Phil, yeah, you totally got that guy. Woo!" Absolutely fantastic.
Missy Mod, we have Mr. Logo here. You could come on and work this all out with him. Come
That's
on
right.
here right now.
I gotta ask.
We can be Dr. Phil, and you guys can work out this issue right now. I think this is a good opportunity.
We've got a 30-something odd-year-old woman from Florida over here. Yeah, she's gonna come on the show and tell us about her feelings about a man from Germany, apparently. Yeah, I gotta ask you, Miss Maud, how does it make you feel? Why do you have the need to go after this man as intensely as you do? What did he ever do to you, Miss Maud?
There's the introduction now.
Yeah, come on. Big Bad Mama can be Oprah.
Mr. Logo, how do you feel about Missing Mod?
Or you know what? Even better, you could be Whoopi Goldberg. That's who you
Oh,
could be.
God. I'm not even I'm not even gonna try to do an imitation. I'll just get myself in trouble.
What do you mean you'll get yourself in trouble, sugar
she's
pie?
Coming on. She's coming on.
What you mean you're gonna get yourself in trouble, sugar pie?
Oh, God. Sugar pie. Okay,
Oh
Missy
my
Mod, we're
goodness.
waiting. This is the
Oh my
opportunity of a
goodness.
lifetime.
I'm gonna get canceled if you don't come in soon enough here.
Right,
Missing Mod.
right.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be
Stop
bad.
him.
Somebody. Hey, my Will Smith impersonation killed on one of the other streams. All right.
Did it? Oh, did you slap?
It did.
Was it during his slapping incident?
Keep my wife's name
Oh,
out your fucking mouth.
no, isn't it out your mouth?
Well, you know.
Oh, she needs to. Oh, there we go. The link's up. Okay, now I say we just kind of be quiet during this and let them talk.
All right.
If you can,
I'm not going to agree to that, but
if
I'm
you
going to
can
nod my head.
If you can handle that.
I'm not going to agree to that, but I'll just nod my head so that it goes forward.
Can I retry to share that screen? I don't know if
Mr. Logo, you're about to come in contact with Missing Mod. I think this is more important than your screen share.
Okay.
You're about to face your accuser.
You guys
Logo.
you guys have to leave this in. Here, there she is now.
I know the idea of facing your accuser is a bit of a foreign concept in Germany, but here you go.
All right. We don't. Come on, the peanut gallery.
I'll shut up.
Missy Mod, this is Mr. Logo.
Hello,
Hi, Mr.
Logo.
Hello.
We're great.
Are you guys good?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said that.
Will you give each other a hug right now?
Missing Mod's the kind of dog that when you put up a barrier between them, Missing Mod's going, but then you take the barrier down and she's just like,
I just said something to him the other day. He was like, "Why would I be mad at you?" I'm like, "I don't know." We get it. We used to get into it in the comments all the time.
Logo, did you hug it out?
Yes, of course.
Okay. As long as you both were in on the hug, it wasn't just Missing Mod grabbing you and
forcing it on you.
Forcing a hug on you.
That's the best kind.
That was easy.
Yeah.
And we didn't give time for Aiden to make any cracks.
No, I had one. I had a really good one, but I kept it.
Oh, okay. Do you want to say it now?
No, because Mr. Logo doesn't react when I make Germany jokes, and it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel bad because it makes me wonder if I'm actually hurting his feelings.
No, he don't have any feelings.
Oh, why is that? Because he's German, Missing Mod? Is that what you're trying to say?
Oh,
wow.
Wow. Let's not go backwards here.
Well,
let's try to move on. Let's try to move on from this.
You're right. We should just keep goose stepping forward. You're right.
How are you, Mike?
I'm excellent. I'm excellent, actually.
Really Can't goose step backwards.
I'm
sorry, I'm done.
I watched Stump's Bible study last night, and Lupin was talking about Christian, calling him the Antichrist. What's up with that?
Oh my God!
He was calling Christian the Antichrist. Are you serious?
I think so. I'm pretty positive that's what he said. Or he is an Antichrist.
Oh, okay. He's not the Antichrist. He's just a Antichrist.
He said
there's only one.
Himself.
That's maybe the most serious thing for him, right? That's maybe the most serious accusation for him. He will be crying all night. No?
Oh, I'm sure Christian, he's broken up over what Lupin says about him.
I just love that, Lupin says these things and yet also believes that everything he ever says in his life will have to be accounted for and judged at one point in time. It's like, you're really building a good case for yourself, man.
Lupin will just be incinerated on Judgment Day. We won't even, won't even get a word in edgewise. God will just send like a lightning bolt down and reduce him to ashes.
Lupin will arrive at the pearly gates for his judgment. And he'll be like, "Where's the StreamYard link? I can't find it." God will just send him down to hell. I'll just smite him immediately.
But that's but
What, Logan?
but this, uh, Aiden, do you see? What's it like being that you actually are a witch on the inside?
That's the picture I wanted to put
I
on
found the picture.
on the.
I don't know.
As my avatar.
Whatever response that I could get to get Missing Mod to laugh, so that we can hear a diesel engine cold starting in the middle of Antarctica.
Well, thanks.
Sorry, Miss Mod. You want me to send it to you
Yeah,
on Facebook?
please.
Mr.
I'm
Mod is
Get 'em back now.
I'm in a mood today. I'm in a mood.
She's
I'm
making
sorry.
characters of us all for her Sims.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
the
no, I
Jennifer.
should-
There's the Jennifer Lawrence shot.
That's the money shot right there. I like the other one so much better though.
I don't know, something about
I know it doesn't look like
Christian
him.
should grow his hair like that
What?
He would look good.
and grow a beard.
I do picture Christian in his later years as like a Gandalf-esque figure.
Look at Aiden though.
Aiden looks like just an out and out simian.
A Cro-Magnon
Right.
just.
I mean, his hairline goes down to his eyebrows.
I look like the last Neanderthal, roaming the European Siberian wastes in 11,842 BC.
But remember, don't be a sad Lupin.
Yeah, happy
Hey.
Lupin.
Yeah, I figured out how he did that too. How he is doing the effects.
Don't reveal Gangster Ghost trade secrets.
No, Lupin.
Don't reveal
Lupins.
Oh, I don't really care about that. You can go ahead and reveal that information. Yeah, that's fine.
I did, and I was like, ooh, it's really cool. I think I'm gonna use it, but I don't.
Serious?
I
You
don't
mean
know.
with the eyes and stuff, or
Yeah, how he's got the flame. He one night he was showing it with like he had he was just changing them and putting all kinds of stuff on there, like
I saw
like the Batman suit, and yeah.
It's harder to tell when my eyes are bloodshot when I've got a flame effect over them.
Boo.
Shut up.
What you been doing, Miss Mata? Oh, Aiden, are you getting ready to go trick or treat tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's your last.
I'm only going to stop at the doors of people who are in this community, though. You guys had better be ready. Let the dog out on me. I might just beat that dog, given my history of beating your guard dog, Bubblegum Gun.
That was a good one.
That dog might just come back with no teeth.
What if that dog is Bubblegum? She says.
Aiden freaking Lupin. You shut up, nerdy rodent. You shut your mouth. Don't you say such blasphemous things in this holy day. How dare you? I want to show you guys the way that Scooby lays on the chaise lounge because it's very cute. So, the way that he lays down. Oh, no. Go back.
Aww.
He lays with one of his ears drooped on top of the actual couch, and then he lays with the other one laying down.
Aww.
He can't lay with both of his ears down. He actually gets upset. He needs his right ear to be up and his left ear to be drooping down.
Aww.
Aww.
He's a good Scooby.
Oh.
What if he bites you and you turn into a Scooby?
Life would be better if I was Scooby, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, what does he have to worry about?
Uh,
His biggest concern is, like, when the next bath is going to be, basically. That's his next biggest concern. Oh, no! I moved the socks, and little did I realize he was using the little pile of socks as a headrest. He moved up a little bit so that he could go back into the pile.
oh, little
He
buddy.
is the best little
But I,
guy.
oh, but today the PGs are having a show with Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah, Jeremiah.
Oh
That's the guy
boy,
that cop.
that's exciting.
Was it Jeremiah or Spoonhauer that copies everything that that one creationist guy says?
Spoon Power.
Is that the Proverbs teens or twins or whatever they?
Proverbs babies and Proverbs
Yeah,
tweens and
yeah.
Proverbs toddlers and toddlers. Or was it Gangster Ghost?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Jeremiah.
I was wondering
Jeremiah.
if it was Jeremiah or
Mod
Spoonhauer that copies everything that Ken Ham has to say. Oh, it's
Spoon
Spoonhauer that
Power.
copies Ken Ham? Okay.
Yeah, this guy is talk about Mod C. Talk about you, Mod C.
He talks about me.
Mod.
Who?
Yeah, you're modesty.
Oh, biblical modesty. Oh, okay.
Did you know, Missing Mod, that there's actually a Greek epic about you? It's called the Odyssey.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
The Odyssey? No, the Odyssey. Come on, people.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on.
didn't realize that. My bad.
There's a Greek epic humor.
Oh,
There's also the Claudicy as well.
oh, the Claudius.
There's
Yeah,
another
that
Greek. There's another Greek epic. It's called Aidenlantis.
You could say the Aidnid instead of the Aenid.
Yeah, that one.
That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good.
Oh. What about little Aiden falling down, falling down, falling down? My little Aiden falling down.
If Deviant Outcast is here right now, she'd be like, actually, Aiden, it is the Aenid. It's not the Aenid. That is the wrong spelling.
You serious?
Let's all wish
Yes.
Deviant well because she had to go to the hospital.
She did?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
And I think she's getting better and she's on the mend, but she was really sick there for a while.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea about that. I'm glad to hear that she's on the mend now.
Yeah, yeah. She was in Mark Reed's chat last night, so she was chatting away, but Soot had to kind of take over for her because she didn't have much energy. But she's on the mend.
Well, I'm glad to hear that at the very least.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
Hope she's all right.
Missing Mod's like, good.
No,
No.
I would never say that.
I know. I'm trying to segue this back into being silly again, guys. Can you just
What
not
about-
mind me while I'm being a deplorable human being? I'd appreciate it.
Okay, that's good. But Aiden,
It's not the
Yeah, buddy.
not one of your funnier jokes.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Peanut Gallery. I'll make sure to consult you next time before I come up with my next one.
She's glad she's sick.
I'll just deal with you the same way George Carlin dealt with hecklers. How does that sound, Big Bad Mama?
All right. Well, that's how you deal with me anyway. So
I try to take a Carlin-esque approach to hecklers. It's true.
Carlin-esque.
That's right.
Aiden.
Oh.
Well, I got my flower bed done. If anybody cares,
oh,
That's
nice.
I'm super happy about it. My arms are killing me though. It was so bad. It was like a jungle. I was afraid there was going to be a snake in there, but I sprayed it down real good before I started.
Roundup.
There was a...
No.
Yeah, of course.
Water.
That's a given. That's a given.
Water.
Missing Mod, I have a question for you, Missing Mod. Have you ever bought any kind of ant poison before in the past? Because that stuff is bad for the environment, Missing Mod.
It's
Don't
bad for
blame
the
the
ants too.
government.
Have you ever breathed in oxygen and exhaled carbon dioxide, Missing Mod? Because I'll tell you, that carbon dioxide that you made in your body is contributing to global warming and is bad.
Oh.
You ever think of it that way?
Yeah, you do Dan pretty good.
It's all in the mannerisms. I just have to crank my IQ down a good 100 points or so beforehand, so it makes it pretty easy.
Aw.
If I crank my IQ down 100 points, I'm like, what at that point? Negative 30 IQ, something like that.
But Aiden.
Yeah, what's up, Gangster Ghost? Who's playing I tried so hard and got so far, and in the end it doesn't even matter in the background?
That was a text from Achilles or something.
Do you have Achilles' number? That's funny.
No, I don't. But
I thought Missing Bob was saying she got a text from Achilles. Sorry, go ahead, Gigi.
What if Robin Hood is set in the 12? The 12? But anyways,
are they talking about the crappy Russell Crowe Robin Hood movie?
Well, wasn't there a one with Kevin Costner too, or am I mistaken?
No, the Kevin Costner one was really good. I like the Men in Tights Robin Hood. That's good. The Russell Crowe one sucked.
But he's a crow.
Hold on, I'll be right. Oh, there we go. I think my speakers are back to normal. Yes, they are.
What are you doing for Halloween today? Tomorrow.
Honestly, probably just giving out some candy.
Oh. I thought you were going to go trick or treating.
No, I outgrew that a while ago.
But you're only 18.
The last Halloween I went out on was with two girls that invited me to go, both of which obviously had a crush on me, but I was too dumb to take the hint and only realized 2 years after the fact. So that was my last Halloween experience.
The regrets of your life,
I mean, no, I got with somebody that was way better than them anyway, so it worked out.
Yeah, so eat your heart out, chicks.
It was so obvious looking at it in hindsight, too. How did I not... oh, yeah, two girls want to go trick-or-treating with me alone at night. I wonder what they wanted to do. What the hell were you thinking, Aiden? Oh, my gosh.
What if they made the Pike Files? The Pike X-Files?
I think their next Pike Files should be them going to the local fishing lake and just fishing for a while. I think that would be better for the Pike Files.
But
be more entertaining.
What do you think I told Bruce that
they probably catch as many fish as they've won souls? Sorry, go ahead, Gigi.
Oh, that's all right. I told him that what's the name says going to church is pagan.
Oh yeah.
I told him that
it would actually be beautiful if they did a fishing session, because they could open with the quote from, I'm pretty sure it's John. That's I shall make you fisher. No, that's Mark. I shall make you fishers of men. They could open with that, and then they could at the end of the video show their empty net with nothing.
Thanks to you.
That'd be good. I'd appreciate that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, can I show you something? Oh, watch this video. I don't have... See? There's you, Aiden.
Oh my gosh. It's the one. It's the only.
The Deadpool Aiden.
That's my true form.
There's a clown Aiden. You look creepy.
All of the Aidens, all the time. Here on Gangster Ghost.
From other worlds. Ah! Now you kind of look like the guy who played Kenny Wise. Oh, no, not
Yeah.
Kenny Wise. The guy who was in that movie.
Who's Kenny Y? Is he Kenny G's like cousin or
Oh,
something?
Pennywise.
Oh, I thought you said Kenny Y. I was like, who's that?
Not that
Kenny
guy.
G.
He's Kenny G's cousin.
The guy who was in Facebook the movie called Social Media.
Oh yeah.
God,
Big Bad
you-
Mama probably knows Kenny G. I probably shouldn't talk too much crap.
I don't like Kenny G. I do know who Kenny G
You don't like
is.
Kenny G? What do you mean you don't like
That's
Kenny
just,
G?
that's jacuzzi jazz.
Oh, shut up.
Fuck you. Sorry, Logan.
now I know.
Jacuzzi jazz. You've probably only ever been in a jacuzzi by yourself, so you wouldn't even know.
Oh, now I know. You look like the guy from. You seen Batman v Superman?
Batman v Superman. I have seen Batman v Superman. It has the best conceit of any movie I've ever seen, which is, I want to beat you to death. Oh, yeah? Well, I want to beat you to death. We have the same name for mothers. Oh, wow. Now I no longer want to beat you to death.
Oh, the guy who played Lex Luthor. You look like him.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. No, I'm not the lamest portrayal of Lex Luthor ever put to film. That's not true. That's not true. Come on. Mark Reed is Lex Luthor. Let's be real.
No, you're not. You look like the guy who played Lex Luthor. What if you are?
Yeah, but they set that movie up at the end. Like, there's like a teaser of him like in there, and he's like doing this weird, like, I know that Lex Luthor is supposed to like sing and stuff, like that's like a thing, but he like says all this weird gibberish at the end in like a song kind of tone, and it's supposed to be like, oh, we're setting up the sequel, everybody get excited. And then the sequel happened about the same time as Achilles coming in yesterday, which was it never happened at all whatsoever. And I think that's a blessing, quite frankly, because that movie was awful.
So he looks like Jesse Eisenberg?
Yeah. I think he is.
Okay.
Big Bad Mom is like, I don't know about that. I mean, don't trust Big Bad Mama.
That's
They
a
don't.
mind.
Well,
Big Bad Mama thinks
look at a
Kenny G
picture-
is trash. You can't
look-
trust anything they
You
say.
look at a picture of Jesse Eisenberg and see if it looks like you.
In the picture, as he is a clown.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna do the background.
Aiden.
Man, I have to say, if you guys haven't had, you guys have Wawas,
Yeah.
right? Everybody here?
I don't got no Wawa.
Oh my goodness, they have a toasted coconut milkshake, and it's got to be sinful. It has to be. It's so good.
Wow.
I like the aesthetic of Wawa. I can appreciate the aesthetics of Wawa, but we do not have it.
Oh, what's that?
Is this one of Christian's restaurants that he goes to?
Probably. No, it's a gas station, but they serve all kinds of
Freaking
food out of them,
Christopher Pike.
right?
I'm gulping down a family meal at Raising Cane.
Oh, I think you that pictures, Miss Maud,
Oh, you did? Good.
of Aiden as a witch. We all know he is one. He just lives.
I
in
knew it.
denial.
Remember, I
Right?
said it a long time ago.
She did call it before anybody else.
Yeah, come
Everybody just remember, manipulation is a form of bitchcraft.
on. What about it?
What aboutisms?
Don't get Missy Maud excited.
If we wanted Big Bad Mama to get excited, we get Earl in here.
Ooh, where is she?
Hey, I made her in the game too. I made her, Robin, and you, Big Bad Mama.
Oh, okay. Well, that outfit she was wearing, yeah, that was a pretty sexy outfit.
You
She had on
you
there,
like that outfit, didn't you?
Yeah.
There's that new guy, Daniel, right?
Very form fitting.
Proverbs guy were not nice to him, I guess.
They've always been mean
Right.
to him. They've been mean and condescending to him.
When he was
from the get-go.
offline, they talked about him. That's not okay, right?
Right.
Well,
He
they're
had
condescending
put
to
down
everyone, aren't they?
this
Yeah.
audio.
Sorry.
See,
But I
I've
mean-
never seen Stephen Bolin be condescending to himself once. Stephen Bolin has always treated Stephen Bolin very well, I'll have you know.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes, I'm quite sure about that. He's always looked out for that guy, if nobody else.
Who is
Amen
that
to
guy?
Oh, you know, just a upstanding example of the human race.
Oh, that's good. Well, what was I gonna say? Know what they say.
Honestly, he should have narrated the record for Voyager. We shouldn't have had Carl Sagan. You know, that what the hell did he have to say that was worthwhile? We should have Stephen Bolin narrating the golden record for Voyager.
Know what they say. Don't be a sad Lupin. Be a happy.
Happy Lupin.
Hey, this is Steven. He's a gangster G. His gangster name is a PG.
Gangster G? Well, let's not talk about Gangster G's because then Kenny G is going to get brought up and Big Bad Mama's going to get all upset again.
Kenny G, Jesus.
There's 3 of them.
I had a girlfriend that loved Kenny G, and she met him, and I gave her my opinion of him, and her feelings were so hurt that I had to apologize.
We always argue about the most random, meaningless shit, Big Bad Mama. We really do.
You.
Oh my gosh. I feel like if me and Big Bad Mama ever met in person, like after 2 hours at the most, Big Bad Mama would be like, "Okay, I gotta go."
No, I don't think so. And we will meet. It's not like an if.
That's true. It will happen one day.
Big Bad
It
Mama will
will.
also have to travel to Sweden, right, to meet Deviant.
Will you meet me,
Deviant.
Logo?
Yes,
Okay.
and Deviant.
And Soot.
Deviant Outcast.
I'll come for that meetup.
And Soot too. So
And
yeah,
Soot,
I'd
exactly.
I'd meet all 3 of you guys if it was possible.
I mean,
You
Peter, I
ever
think is Dutch, right? Is in Netherlands.
Peter, I would visit Peter if I went to the Netherlands, and I have a friend in Belgium too. But yeah, it'd be good to hit everybody.
Would you ever meet Miss Maud?
That'll happen. Yeah, that'll happen. She's not. I have to go to her though. She's not. She's like doesn't fly in airplanes for some reason. So
Well,
Missing
you're talking
Maud is
about
like
going
a
to freaking Sweden. You can't just come over
No.
here to Florida before you go.
Missing Maud's like a freaking medieval peasant. She hasn't ever left like 3 square miles of where she was
Right,
born
right.
in her entire life.
and she thinks it's the
literally-
whole world. You know. Like, well, people don't do that. And it's like, well, you know, they do.
Can't
do
go
stuff.
over there, mate. The word's flat. You're going to go off the side, you will.
Okay, are we good now? Are we good out of our system?
We got it out of our system.
Making fun of my
I've been
my
been
poverty.
bullying. I've
We'll
been
get on a
bullying
damn
everybody.
plane and fly somewhere.
I can't.
I'll
Okay.
pay you. I'll pay
Pay-
you. I'll pay for the
Thank you, there you
ticket.
go. If you pay for the ticket, I'll go wherever it's supposed to take me.
Okay.
Wow, Flint, Michigan. Get on the plane.
No, we'll have you visit San Diego. So
I
I'll pay
love
for
that
your
movie.
ticket.
Are you talking about Aaron Brockovich?
Aaron Brockovich.
Yeah, what's that movie that she did? Isn't it Flint, Michigan that she's in?
No, no.
Missing
No.
Mod does a stream from like South Sudan or something like that, from where Big Bad Mama sent them.
No, he'll fly me to Logo's house.
Right.
I didn't realize there was an international airstrip on Logo's house. That's
I'll
pretty
fly you
interesting.
to Lupin's.
Well, I could just. I mean, he's just in Texas. That's not too far.
He can awkwardly
go to
hit on
Lupin's.
you the entire time.
I would have nah. Yeah, he's not like that. He's not a simp, right? Because everybody's scared to be a simp.
What the hell was he doing with Terry then?
I don't know, but he definitely
Well,
gets
he
to
did.
hit on me for sure.
He was drunk and he did try to hit on you one time in the chat. I remember.
Oh, I don't remember. But
Your memory's
which
not
is
the
fine. That's
greatest.
nice. That's nice. It's flattering, right? Like it's nice. Why do you guys make people feel bad about it?
Hey, baby, come over here. I'm the best. You know. I mean, yeah. That's.
Hey, baby,
Was
I
that a pickup line?
can chug a 40 ounce like nobody else while you watch.
If he would have said yes, I would have met him when he came to Florida. I would have drove down there in a heartbeat.
You should go to Pensacola and visit the old dinosaur Adventureland, Missing Ma.
Nah.
I'll pay you $100,000 to come here and go out on a date with me.
Okay, Chuck. Sounds
All right.
good.
You got it. Book it. I'm coming. I'll bring my stuff too, okay? How do you move like across the country? You have
For
to.
$100,000, you
hire
better
a
get
mover.
Earl in on that date too.
No, for $100,000, I could just get new stuff. So.
Big Bad Mama. Would you
I
ever-
don't. I wouldn't save it. That's for sure.
Well, if you
Because I'm
met
stupid.
me and you saw I was a ghost,
Oh, would you meet me, gangster, if I was up in your neck of the woods? Or no? Okay.
I told him I wanted to come meet him and teach him how to drive.
I'll run Aiden over.
Could you see us like live streaming me trying to teach Logan how to drive?
Oh my
would be
god.
That would be
That would be
awesome.
so sweet. Yeah.
We'd have a pedestrian kill count in the top right corner of the screen.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be driving. It would be Logan driving.
Oh,
An
okay,
empty
then
wall
that's not necessary.
parking lot.
Yeah, you can go in the Walmart and go into the McDonald's inside there and make crazy threats about how you gotta go.
What?
Oh, like John Lucilla.
The J-Dubs. Just and then he got all the way while he was at McDonald's.
Is that
When you're
what
like that, I'm
happened?
gonna laugh at you.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I found that
It was a whole thing. It was a whole thing.
Lupin video.
Oh my god.
I'm with you. I
Missing
know
Mod can tell you all about it, Big Bad Mama.
All right.
He's looking at you, Aiden, with his fire eyes.
Oh wow. So what jazz musicians do you like, Big Bad Mama?
Coltrane.
That Louis Armstrong guy was a bunch of crap.
No, no, I would never say that. Oh my God. Coltrane, Art Tatum, Thelonious Monk. I mean, they're pianists, but in terms of like, yeah, Kenny G does not. Kenny G is just a joke. My God. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you when I see you just to get the Kenny G out of you.
Oh my God.
Sorry,
No.
I'm sorry. I'm non-violent. I'm non-violent. I would never do that. I would never do that.
Big Bad Mama. I've gotten Big Bad Mama upset before.
I would never
But
do
I
that.
never,
I'm sorry.
I never assumed
sorry.
that Kenny G, of all things, was gonna get Big Bad Mama to go, you know what, Aiden? I'm gonna kick your ass.
No, Big Bad Mama. With Aiden, that non-violence could be like temporarily suspended, maybe.
Maybe.
Right?
I should just fly to everybody. I just fly everywhere and kick everybody's ass.
What about Miss Amon?
No, not her. I
What
give her a big
about
hug.
what about Mark?
Thank you. Yeah, right.
No,
Around the
Mark
neck,
would kick my
probably.
ass.
Zen Buddhism is a bunch of crap.
What if you're the reincarnation of Buddha? What do you do then?
I'm Aiden. Charlemagne had no influence in the world. It was all Mohammed. Charlemagne had no influence on Europe. It was.
I'm Big Bad Mama. Last time I shared a jacuzzi, it was with a bunch of men, and Kenny G was playing, and it made me all uncomfortable. So now I've got a chip on my shoulder about him.
Jacuzzi.
I wonder are they having any other
I'm actually crying. Oh my god.
who won in a fight between Big Bad Mama versus Aiden in a boxing match?
Big Bad Mama.
He's a lot younger and sprier than I am.
I feel like Big Bad Mama's got some like 60s and 70s fighting techniques that I don't even know about. He's gonna pull out some like Brandon Lee the Crow level like fighting moves, and by the Crow I mean he's gonna shoot me.
Jeez.
What do you mean with 60s? 1860?
1860.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good one, Logo. Oh, Logo getting in on the abuse.
You're old.
I look good.
You only look 20.
I do have to give you that. I ain't gonna look that good at that age. I'm gonna tell you that much right now.
No, that's not you. That's just your mirror image.
Oh, Logo. Now you're just kidding. No, I'm gonna. Missy Mom's right about you.
Exactly.
You are a Bible hater.
Mr. Logo's stupid.
He goes after the Bible.
No, he calls us delusional, and you just tell him, Logo. Just don't, you know.
Here we go.
I can accuse myself of what? What are you?
You know.
Why you just incriminate yourself real quick, Mr. Logo? Could you do that for me?
We tried to sow love, and now we're sowing discord again.
Well, what would it be without that, right?
Right. It wouldn't be any fun whatsoever.
Don't even get me started about Taoism.
Oh,
Why? What is that?
I'm sure Big Bad Mama could give you all that new age crap.
It's the way, the yin, the yang, the balance of the.
Like all just like an illusion, man. It's all like it's not even real, bro.
So if I come over there, do I got to switch religions?
No,
to whatever that is?
I'll honor your beliefs.
And he's not even living in San Francisco, right?
Big Bad Mama lives in like a porcelain tower of like sagely wisdom, and he doesn't even like get in contact with regular people. He has like food delivered up to him so that he isn't in contact with the real world.
The only contact I have is Kenny G himself plays concerts for me.
You're just like, could you shut up down there? Some people are trying to sleep. But a bunch of jacuzzi music. Is that how he sounds in your mind, Big Bad Mama?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. All right. I'll tell you what. I will egg Kenny G's house with you, Big Bad Mama. How does that sound?
All right. Toilet paper his house too.
All right. Well, you have to, right? It makes the eggs harder to clean.
Before?
No,
No, I've
that's
egged
not.
a house, but I've never toilet papered a house.
Ooh,
And
egging
egging
a
a
house.
house is
That's
worse.
not
Egging a
Halloween,
house is
right?
much worse.
That's
It's much worse.
31st of March or 30th of end of
October.
March. The night
Oh, you
night to
can-
1st of
you-
April. Right?
Oh,
You can
that's your
egg a house at
Halloween,
any
Logo?
time.
Yes.
You could just be mad at someone and do
No,
it
no,
like in
no.
August.
No,
Only
I
the night before
God, Lucy,
April.
come on.
The night before April, right? That's the witch's night.
Oh,
I prefer
Oh.
egging. I prefer egging houses in winter because then when the egg is frozen onto the house, it like gives it another extra layer of hassle trying to remove it from the house. Because then, when it's frozen, you've got to like get like chemical solutions to clean it off and stuff like that, and it just adds a whole other layer of fu.
Yeah, but it doesn't smell as bad.
That is true. It doesn't have the smell. No, the only time I ever egged somebody's house was because it was a bus driver that was just the worst bus driver that you've ever had in your entire life. I think everybody's had a bad bus driver at one point in their life if they ever rode the bus as a kid. And this
I
one
had a good
was
one
just the bus
once.
driver out of hell. Like, no talking, no messing around of any kind. Everyone just had to sit there and look forward basically the entire bus trip to and from the school. So yeah, we egged their house.
oh, jeez.
I don't
You're
regret
bad.
it.
Doesn't that
You're
ruin
real
the
bad.
paint job?
Oh
I'm
yeah, no,
speaking out.
they had to re-side it. They had to get
Oh
new
my
siding.
Jeez.
I'm gonna call the cops in Canada and tell them.
Yeah. 15 years ago.
It was his bus
Oh.
driver.
It was like 2 years ago.
It probably
Shut up.
was. It probably was only 2 years ago.
It's like half the time that I've been alive. You can't say that. I get younger and younger every time Logan talks to me.
Oh, that's a nice effect.
I'm de-aging. It's really not because once you get past 25, your brain basically starts degenerating.
Well, it's gonna make Brianna look really bad because
Oh
you're
yeah.
very young.
I'll tell you what, she looks younger than her age. That is true. I've had somebody stop at one point and be like, "What the heck?"
Freaking weirdo! What are you doing with her?
No, it's true. She looks young for her age. She really does. Oh my gosh.
Maybe you guys both are young.
Forever young. I want to be forever young.
Like Brother Pine.
Uh-oh.
Guess who's here?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Christian's
Oh,
got a
great.
message for you.
Secrets and secrets.
Okay, Abe,
Oh,
go to
boy.
your Facebook and read it to us all.
I'm about to do that exact thing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's
Can
he
you
have
hear
to
us?
say?
He's proofreading it first.
Poor nerdy.
Why? What did he do?
Dear Aiden, the federal authorities have finally caught up to me. I leave you this short message in the time I have before the ATF agents come pouring over the landmines I have set up at the perimeter of my property. It is on you and you alone to continue the message of Allah to the people of the United States of America. I leave you this transcription of Wesley's final words before he was taken by the secret police. May God have mercy on your soul, and may God allow the truth to finally be revealed to the United States of America. Wow, Christian, that's pretty intense.
Okay.
That's pretty intense, dude.
Wow. I mean, that's odd.
I mean, like, Christian, you're about to have another Ruby Ridge go down on your property, and you're, like, sending me a message on Facebook? What the hell?
Look what Phantom said. Why you like men's?
Christian, that's kind of
Oh, my
random.
goodness.
Why? What are you going through today? Listen to Kenny G again.
Here we go. Oh my God, here we go.
Maybe just too
It's
much
gonna be the
coffee.
rest of the freaking stream. I'm just gonna have to hear.
I'm gonna bust out my kazoo here pretty soon.
When I meet you, Big Bad Mama, if on the very off chance that I come to you rather than you coming to me, I'm just gonna be standing out your house with like holding up a boom box with Kenny G playing.
I would expect nothing less.
It's all about
Christian,
making an entrance.
What are you doing? Are you come in here, or are you like supposedly working? What does Christian do for work? He always seems to be like on a swing, or I mean,
No, he's an
What do you
author of
think?
books. I mean, authors.
You
have
think
to
he
do
doesn't get
that.
paid to hang around on a swing, boy? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Authors have to do such things.
Big Bad Mama has one of Christian's published books coming in the mail, and he's sitting here
Yes.
like, what the hell does Christian do for work?
I paid some good money for that book. I wish it was autographed, though.
Yeah.
I got his poetry book.
I have an autographed copy of Out of Egypt.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
still saving up for one of them.
I'm sure if you ask Christian nicely, he'll
He'll
tell you
the
he's going to
PDF
send you
for
one,
free.
and then
I can't believe you let him send you something before me.
No,
Bad
I got
Mama.
it on Amazon. I wouldn't give Christian my address.
Well, because he would be outside your house staring at you.
Well, look at the thing he just posted on Facebook or whatever. It's like it's a real stable individual.
Yes, and I'm totally stable.
He trolls Lupin for 3 hours on end. I'm going to give this guy my...
and then you ask what this guy does for work. What
While
the
you're
heck?
watching. You're watching, not even getting involved. Like, come on.
He's
Do
got
it
like a
right for each
house
other.
with like bones buried in the yard and shit.
And some
There's
toilet
more
that some
bones.
guy
Some
left
more-
there back in 1974.
Right.
It's like-
Some more
He don't wear
bones we had to
shorts
clean
either.
up today.
That's just
Christian's like, I'm going to write some poetry today. It's like, how about you get that toilet cleaned out of your yard today? How does that sound?
He's silent.
Well, the ATF finally showed up to the minefield. What do you expect? He's got other things going on now, Big Bad Mama.
I love that at one of my streams, he was in the chat and he was like, "Hey, Aiden, did you hear that? You suck again."
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. This community is the best. It really is.
Yeah.
Imagine being on that other community and being like, that community sucks.
And all secrets and stuff. We're all behind closed streams, just in secret, plotting.
By that
Well,
other
you guys might
community,
be,
I
but I'm
meant
not.
by that other community, I meant Mark Reed's community, and the person I was impersonating was Big Bad Mama there, just so everybody knows.
You have to announce it. This is Big Bad Mama.
I'm sorry.
I'm a geologist.
I
The
love
rest
that
of you are
he's doing your
stupid.
voice now.
I'm a geologist, supposedly.
Right. I tell everybody I'm a geologist. I really just...
I played with... I threw some rocks around on the playground when I was in elementary school. I'm a geologist, everybody. Wow.
How do we know you're not really just working for the Illuminati? It's been planted to
You
get
don't.
Campbell with
You don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. That's what I think.
I could be a reptilian alien for all you know.
No, I know Missing Mod. I know for a fact 10 years ago during the whole Illuminati craze, if you looked at her YouTube search history, it would be like, Why the Illuminati is infiltrated Family Guy, part 894.
And all the Freemason bull crap, and you would be
I knew
correct.
it. I
You would
knew
be
it. She
correct.
probably wore an Obey hat back in the day, too. Or
All that.
Supreme, that was another brand.
No, I didn't.
She probably
I wouldn't
spread
like
all
that.
the satanic panic stuff back in the 90s.
No, I didn't. I never even knew about any of that stuff. I never even knew about it. Like satanic panic, that's something that I just heard like in the past 5 years. But I figured it out.
You lived
quick.
through the satanic panic. How the hell did you not know what that was?
I just never even heard of it. I didn't know nothing about religion.
He's too busy
or, like,
listening
what
to Kenny
satanic
G.
meant. I don't know. I heard that name, but I don't know like what
She was raised on Kenny G.
What song?
and Kent Hovind DVDs.
No,
Kenty
I've never
G.
heard of Kent Hovind either. But I wasn't raised any better, so.
She was raised on Kenty G. That's what she was raised on.
You turned out just fine. You were raised all right.
And my dad was a country. He liked country music, so yeah.
She turned out fine. Oh, big bad mama, you're so kind.
Come on.
Yeah, right. Don't lie to me. Come on. That's not nice. No, I'm just
Anyone
kidding.
that can laugh like that turned out fine, in my opinion.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's what you got to do. Like, I don't have any other.
People that
I'm not gonna
can't
cry
laugh
about
like
it.
that, people that can't belly laugh, there's something odd going on.
Yeah. Yeah. I do it all the time, too. I just laugh at everything. So Lupin's right about that.
The way I'm going to meet Missing Maud is I'm just going to pour a bunch of water on her while she's sleeping, like Ken Hovind.
Dump her out onto the floor and just pour water on her.
Yeah, roll her out onto the floor.
But at least she's fully clothed.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. I got my shoes on and everything.
Missing Maud just wears her shoes to bed. I imagine that now. That's my headcanon. You wear your shoe. What if a house fire happens? You gotta be prepared.
She wears
Sometimes
high
you gotta
heels
do
to
that.
bed.
The cops are coming. No. Those are, Robin does call those her lay down shoes, though, so I like that name.
She has a powdered wig, but she only wears it to bed.
I just sleep like I'm in a casket.
Just
With
picture
your
like an
arms
18th century aristocrat, and that's basically how she sleeps.
My dad used to say my mom hung upside down.
Wow.
She was so mean. Like she was a vampire or something. I don't hang upside down, that's for sure. What the hell is that? Aiden got a pet duck.
I'm sorry, Stump is trying to get a word in edgewise. Sorry.
Aw.
It's a good point,
Stump's
Stump.
Bible studies. But
What?
Stump sucks.
I said I've been loving Stump's Bible studies.
Oh, God.
Stump sucks.
They're nice and quiet, and there's no one,
Stump is boring, and he's lame, and he's old, and he sucks.
You could be watching Stanley Kubrick movies, and you choose to listen to Stump.
Stumply Kubrick.
Sometimes boring is good, right? Like you learn when you're bored. Like school.
I'm coming up with a new movie, Big Bad Mama. It's called 2001 Space Odyssey or something like that. You should maybe get in on that or something.
Look at my thumbnail.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I got a movie. It's called I Carnal Mind Orange or something like that.
Oh, here's this one video that's funny. Neckbeard atheist versus street preacher.
Does he have like a Pokemon-esque move where he uses his neck beard to like ensnare the street preacher and then be like, ha ha ha, I've got you, you rube.
Watch this, it's funny.
Me up ever. I'm a child of God, and you'll never.
I need to tell you, this is the backstory. They're out there preaching against a abortion clinic. This guy can't sleep, so he comes out there to they were preaching so loud he couldn't sleep. so he came out there to take them on. That's something Big Bad Mama would do, right, Big Bad Mama?
I would do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd yell
I
at
would
those
do it.
people in a heartbeat.
Yeah, outside screaming and waking me up. Man, you guys don't want to catch me waking me up.
Big Bad Mom will be there trying to break up the homeless camp. Get out of here! You're ruining the property values.
And the odd thing is, Big Bad Mama would not be in an abortion clinic, right?
Well, this is like somebody that lives in an apartment next to the clinic, right? And they're complaining, Logan? Yeah. Which I've yelled at several people from my place when they've been too loud. So I get it.
He is one of those
Turn that Kenny G down.
This guy does come on you, Big Bad Mama.
Thanks.
I got a couple eggs for your house, Big Bad Mama.
The intonation of that thanks was perfect.
Right there. You killed Jesus. You killed Jesus. I'd love to. No, you what? Wouldn't you? You screaming for Barabbas. You killed Shame on you. God's gonna kill you and throw you into hell. Oh, God's gonna kill you. Don't worry about it.
He does mom you. That's how you would act.
Thank you.
I'm gonna kill you. He's yelling that he's gonna kill him. I mean, in some states in America, that's enough for somebody to like draw down on you at that point. Like,
and it's illegal.
Yeah, this guy's
like
the street preacher remind me of a redneck.
That is insane that people
yelling at
in and outside.
You want to kill Jesus?
Kill...
Yeah, I do. Make something of it.
I'll kill you. It's like I would never yell that at somebody let alone in America where everybody's freaking open carrying all the time and people have already got a temper as it is. Yeah, I don't feel like getting shot.
Especially
you know what would be a good investigation is how many women have went to one of these clinics and turned away with all this stuff going on outside and like has a good story or a bad story or whatever, you know. That'd be kind of interesting, but yeah, I ain't doing it.
Tell me, buddy, God will wipe you out.
You killed doctors.
No, I didn't kill nobody. You killed How many abortions have you paid for, Grandpa? How many have you paid for? And you're worried about the doctors?
I would just say, like, I don't know. I've lost count at this point.
Children, you're not worried about them. Oh, you ain't gonna shut me up ever.
I did a repeat.
So we see here a Dustin and a Bruce in their natural environment. Notice how they scream at each other and yet simultaneously say nothing at all whatsoever.
And see, if it wasn't for the government, they would just be able to put their hands on each other, beat each other up. But they are scared to do that because they don't want to get in trouble, right?
Well, Missing Mode, it is sorry that I need to tell you this, but the American government is bad, it is spooky, it is run by these stinky, horrible, stupid people, so you cannot trust in it.
Okay.
They arrested the modern Jesus of our age, J-Dubs, for no reason whatsoever. I think that J-Dubs is the most important person today besides Jesus.
This video's twisted.
Yeah, I did a repeat video of it too.
People say that when people say that we're not just a bunch of shaved apes, just show them this video right here. Just show them this.
Well, could you convince an ape not to attack?
I mean, yeah.
With a threat?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you could.
I guess you could if you've punished them a couple times, maybe.
Why do you think bears back off when you get all big? They can recognize intimidation.
Right.
Oh, you've come up against a bear.
Well,
the only bear I've ever encountered was Stephen Bullen.
And that's Teddy Ruxpin.
No, yeah, you can look up the word on Urban Dictionary in your own time.
Oh. Uh-oh.
It don't work. You're talking to a man who's risen up for the children. You'll never shut me up, you wicked, vile devil. Shame on you! Shame!
This is how all yelling
And I want
interactions
God
end, by the way.
in your face today. Oh yeah, you don't want the
They
word
just
of
end up
God,
yelling the
you said
same
you're
thing over and over again.
You like Kenny G.
Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up! Shut up!
I did a video of this on repeat one. We just keep it over and over.
A violent clash erupted outside of a California man's home when a Canadian resident got outside of his home brandishing a boombox.
With Kenny G.
18 casualties that ensued that day as more pedestrians joined into the fray.
The Canadian was pummeled by the neighbors of the man.
We're part of the Big Bad Mama Mafia.
You're wrong! Shut up! Shut up! And you're worried about us! Shut up! You need to be worried about God! Shut up! You'll never shut us up! Go get the lions! Go get the bull and burn it at the stake! Shut up! Why don't you do
Imagine that
that?
being you, Big
Why
Bad
don't you
Mama.
shut me up? You can't! You never will! You're weak! You're pathetic! You're an old fool!
Which one?
That's what you are! And God's gonna wipe you
The guy
out!
with the glasses.
I'll judge you in your sin! I'm not
This guy.
you need to be afraid
Oh,
of God. God is the one who's going to judge you. You need to fear God. No, I'm not a faggot. Don't worry about me.
Yes, you are.
I'm not a faggot.
Look at you.
I love children. I
Ew.
love women. And I love my brothers and sisters.
After he said that back in the day, that creeped me out. He said, I guess he said he's not gay, but he loves children.
Not a cell phone in sight, by the way. Just people living in the moment. What a simpler time, you know?
right.
There's a cell phone.
Yep.
The lady in the
You could
yellow
hit
have-
somebody and not be arrested. The good old days.
You know what? You know what would calm this situation down? If somebody came by and played some soothing Kenny G.
What is a Kenny G song? I need to look that up, actually.
Oh, that guy. That
You'll
lady
probably
in the
like
back-
it.
It's the most inane thing to fight about.
That lady in the
Most
back has a cell
inconsequential crap.
phone. Aiden. This lady in the cell phone, yellow clothes have cell phone. She has a cell phone.
Oh my god.
Is the moment a popular song? Like, what's his most popular song?
Crap, part 3.
What?
Crap, part 3.
Yeah, Big Bad Mama. I'm a contrarian. Whatever you like, I don't like. I'm Big Bad Mama.
Here, I know his favorite song on the kazoo.
Uh-oh.
Kenny G.
That was one of his hits.
Oh, that's nice.
Songbird is probably his most famous.
This would be Big Bad
Songbird.
Mama, and this would be Aiden over Kenny G.
It's us right now. This isn't even a hypothetical
I'll
situation.
kill
It's
you.
just happening right now. Shut up! Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
This lady in the background would be Missing Maud with her cell phone.
I'm not a faggot. Don't worry about me.
It's weird. He said he's not gay, but he loves children. That's creepy. Say he loves. It's just not the right time to say that. Say because it sounds kind of perverted. He said he loves children that way. I don't. It just. What do you think, Big Bad Mama? You said.
Well,
Think
did
that
the
sounds.
guy accuse him of something? Or
He called him gay, I guess. And he said, I'm not gay. He used the F word. I love children.
Oh.
What? What is that as
Wasn't
a
the guy-
reputation?
Yeah, he actually said
I don't
that.
like men. I love children.
Yeah, that sounds creepy. What do you think that, Miss Ahmad?
Um,
Missy Mod's got a strong opinion about this.
Did you listen to the song Missing Mod?
I just did, yeah, just now. Not the whole thing,
Yeah.
but I recognized
What
it.
What do you
Awesome, right?
think?
He's talented, yeah.
Oh my
He's ta-
God.
He is. I mean, I can't play a saxophone. Is that a saxophone he's playing?
Let's hear you. Let's hear
can't
you
even
play
t-
the sax,
You
Big
can't
Bad
even
Mama.
tell
Break
what
it out.
instrument. You can't even tell what instrument he's playing.
I can't.
Break it out, Big Bad Mama. Come on, let's hear you Bill Clinton it up on the saxophone.
I'll break out
My
the didgeridoo.
My instant reaction or my instant thought was a hot date. As soon as it started playing, I'm just like, oh, this is pretty cool. You know?
It's like
That's a
nice,
date
chill
vibe.
music that you play on your way home from the beach or something like that, you know?
I was thinking like, a date night or something. That's more like
Well, you could have a date on the
nighttime, you know?
beach. You'd have a date on the beach.
Yeah. Yeah, but not on the way home.
You
play
know, have a
rap on the way home.
nice sip on a margarita with your significant other as you're watching the sun set, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's nice
She'll
music.
say,
Big
"Why
Bad
the-
Mama's like,
why the
no,
fuck
it's a
are
bunch
you
of crap. I hate it.
She'll go, why the fuck are you listening to Kenny G, you soy beta boy?
No, see, at first I would be like, Kenny G sounds pretty gangster with the G on the end.
Big Bad Mama goes and
Gangster.
kicks. Big Bad Mama goes over and kicks over their sandcastle they made at the beach.
And, Big Bad Mama.
You're a soy beta loser.
Big Bad Mama flashed gang signs when he was on Ken Foley's channel.
That's what they said. That's what they said.
He's Gangster Mama.
Spooky. Be nice. Oh, Spooky's,
Big Bad Mama
Spooky's
sounds
even
kind of jealous.
Spooky's even coming after me now.
Didn't Kenny G do a Guinness World Record for a long note at one time? Something like that. Yeah, probably for the worst note ever continuously recorded, probably.
Longest fart of all time.
I think you're confusing that for the longest fart smelling of all time, Big Bad Mama, because he always smells his own farts and thinks they're all great.
Ooh.
As Missy Maud says, you smelt it, you dealt it.
That's true. It's true. Atheist Junior wants in on this action.
I am not going to take abuse from another person on here.
Big Bad Mama's going to leave
Aiden
if
and
AJ
Atheist
comes on.
Junior coming after me. And of course, Atheist Junior is going to be pro Kenny G.
He's pro Aiden. So anything Aiden
Right. Whoever Aiden says to go after.
Oh, here we go. Big Bad Mama's just prepping the butt hurt ahead of time, getting the icy hot uncapped in preparation.
Once Atheist Junior shows up, I'm out of here.
You don't even give him a chance to say anything.
No, they can.
I got your back, Big Bad Mama. I hate Kenny G.
Oh, good.
Do you feel courageous enough to stay now, Big Bad Mama? Do you have the armor of God now?
With Missy Maud behind me, it's like, yeah, she can kick both your asses.
Yeah, back up.
Yeah, you here?
If Earl comes in here, I'm leaving. I'm just letting everybody know.
Is AJ
Yes.
here?
Yes, I'm here.
Hey,
I'm here.
AJ.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Hello.
Hello.
AJ, what do you think about Kenny G?
I know, Mr. Kenny G. I know nothing. Kenny G, doesn't he play the skin flute?
That's what I was going to say.
That's a really 60s kind of comment to make, Big Bad Mama. I'd walk that one back if I were you.
Robert Banks got here and he left.
I know, I got
where's
distracted.
Robin
I didn't hear
Banks?
that. I
Our
didn't hear
funny
the last
quota
part.
got met. We couldn't have anybody else in here. It can only get so funny.
Yeah.
Well, he was. He had an incident with the ATF, didn't he?
That's true. He was in a violent shootout. It was probably coming on to like give his last testimony while he was like in his dying breaths, and we were too busy arguing about Kenny G to hear him.
Oh, was he in here?
Yeah,
he was like wheezing in between bullet wounds. He was like, "This is my last moment." Just my mom, Big Bad Mom was like, "Kenny G's a bunch of bullshit, guy."
You just hear his death rattle in between arguments about Kenny G.
Yeah. His last moments on this earthly plane were listening to Big Bad Mama's kazoo slowly fading away in the background.
That's funny.
He's like, wow, fade out. Kenny G used to do fade outs too. That's such a cool homage.
Can you play a funeral march on your kazoo?
What am I playing?
A funeral march?
Oh, okay, let's see. Would it be something like
You know tap? Do you know taps? That's good.
You know what's not good? You know what's not good, AJ?
What?
Missing Mod. She's such a bitch. Am I right? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Jeez.
Hey, I took it in an unexpected direction. I'm taking us into bold new places. I'm like the Yoko Ono of this group. I'm taking us to bold new places.
Thank you, Logan.
Oh.
You guys want to play actual music, and I'm just here in the background like...
Aiden's wanting to fight. That's what it is. He's like, this can't end nice.
It's like that bit in The Simpsons where they go to Moe's Tavern. I'll have a beer! I would like a single plum floating in perfume served in a man's hat.
But
and then Mo just has it. He just has it ready.
He's like, here you go.
Everybody,
I'm so desperately lonely.
Don't be a sad Lupin. Happy Lupin.
I guess it's suicide again for me.
Man, dude.
Yeah.
Right. Gosh.
Well, that last Lupin picture, the happy
I yelled
Lupin,
at Lupin the other day.
Does not really look happy, right? He looks confused. And
did you see that, Aiden?
I heard that. No, I saw it. I saw you taking Lupin to task the other day on his show. That was great.
I saw that too. Wow.
Yeah, I kind of lost my temper a little bit at the end.
Did you know that you were going to do that at the end of that? Or
no?
Because you were having a conversation with him.
I know.
No, it was natural. I could just tell with AJ. Like, if he's planning on being a shit, then he has a certain way of going about it. But that was all natural out of AJ. That was a perfectly progressive. That was a perfect, very naturally progressed anger that eventually built up to him cussing Lupin out.
Well, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt at the beginning, and we talked for a while, and I feel like he threatened me first because he was saying, like, kind of out of nowhere too, and I got mad when I asked him, you know, about if it would be racist if you said the N-word to a black guy with the intention of offending him, and he was like, yeah, I guess I could say that's racist.
Well, he said I guess because he like thought that he was trying to like tie it into something that he said earlier or something like that. He thought that you were like gonna like make it about him, which was the other reason why he was like, I guess that I could say it's racist to call a black belch the N-word with the intention of trying to offend them.
and he's like, oh, I don't care about words that people use. I don't get emotional when people say certain words to me. And then
Yeah, and then he went on to say, Aiden called me a bad word on one of the streams. What was it about that guy? What about that?
yeah.
It's true. I called him Kenny G on one of the streams, and he's upset about it.
Kenny G is the permed piper of schmaltzy saxy pop.
Oh, and that's a long word right there. Right?
Permed piper. I like it.
Okay, guys, I'm jumping off. Thank you for the nice show. Thank you,
But you have so
Gangster.
much to
Thank
live
you
for.
all.
You're welcome.
Thank
And
you,
sorry
Logo.
for the failed screen sharing.
That's all we forget.
That's okay. We're glad you worked things out with Missy Maud, and you guys now love each other again.
Oh.
Yeah. Love
Yeah.
you, Mr. Logo.
Yeah,
We're
love
getting
you
married
too.
soon.
Okay,
No.
see you. Bye.
Bye.
So,
Does he still have
Big Bad Mama, I heard that you might have some beef with Tim.
What?
Well, I just saw these videos on Claude's channel. It just seemed like Tim was being a bit of a
okay.
douche.
Do you want to hear what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tim was bad mouthing the celebration of Halloween, and
Right.
it got into horror
Horror
movies and how he thought that those were evil too. And so then I asked him whether he played video games, and he admitted he played video games. And then
Later.
I said, "Do you
Not
play?"
not in that moment, he didn't.
Well, no. Then I asked him if he played video games where he shoots people, and he said no. And I
Right.
called him out immediately. I said, "That's bullshit. That's crap."
Yeah.
And I asked him again, "Do you play video games where you shoot people?" And he said, "Well, I've never got after Christians for playing video games." And I'm like, "Answer the question." And he denied it again. And then when I was on another stream, he sent me a chat message saying, "I'm sorry," which was a good thing for him to do. But he sent a message saying, "I'm sorry, I did lie.
Yeah, he said that he
I
lied.
do play shooting video games, and why I don't know why he lied. I mean, but then he had to qualify it saying, but I don't think those are as bad as horror movies."
I've heard him say that he plays Halo before, so I'm glad he fessed up to it. But yeah, he totally plays first-person shooters.
So he just out and out lied to me twice, and I could tell that he was lying because I don't know how I could tell, but I just
Well,
I
he
saw
had
the message.
He had just said that I looked like some video game character the day before. So I mean,
Yeah.
I knew right away. I'm like, well, wait, how do you know about that game and the character in that game?
Right.
Well, I think Claude made the message, the thumbnail, but it was pretty obvious just from how he was talking because he was so obstinate, and then you heard him kind of hesitate when you asked him the question. And he's
Yeah.
like, no.
Totally.
That's like somebody saying that they've never watched porn before, and then they make a Ron Jeremy joke. It's like, hold on a second.
Everybody, guess who's here? The great, the one, the only
Robin Banks.
Hey.
Brother Robin
Hey, Robin Banks, can you go away?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Could you go away?
Just leave.
I mean, I could.
I mean, there's a short pier. You mind taking a long walk, son?
I have the ability to go away, if that's what you mean.
Less talking, more writing, you know what I'm saying?
See, I thought Boogeyman was spelled with one O.
Say what?
Mark Stoney's comment said they need a boogeyman. I thought boogeyman was spelled with one O.
It could be Bogeyman or Boogeyman. They're both.
Bogeyman? Who ever heard of the Bogeyman?
Well, where have you ever been except for Georgia or wherever?
Oh God! Here we go. Big Bad Mama's been to
I take it back.
Big Bad Mama's been
you're listening to
Cancun
Kenny
once,
G
and
in
then
Georgia, thinking you're worldly.
I take it back.
Sitting on the dock of a bay.
Oh,
Sorry,
AJ,
I'm
this is
riled
that
up.
video.
Forgive me.
Big
It
Bad
is the
Mama's been to
bogeyman.
like
It was always the bogeyman.
Big Bad Mama did like a tax-free mission trip to the Philippines once, and now he thinks he's been everywhere, all over the world.
Wait, Gangster Ghost, were you gonna play that video?
Oh, I just want to say, is that the video you're talking about?
I don't know. You'd have to play some of it.
Yeah, it
Oh,
had you
this
on
is
there.
video.
Bogeyman, what a stupid name.
I'm convinced it was always the bogeyman.
He had fire
Yeah,
coming out.
that is it.
Look at him.
What up, Doc?
How's it going?
What do you think of that, AJ?
Yeah,
I
AJ.
love it. I like
What do
the
you think,
second
bro?
guy.
What do you think, Brother Pike?
What am I supposed to think about? This picture of Lupin?
Yeah.
It'll haunt my dreams forever.
Oh. Oh,
And I like geometric shapes.
he was so broken up about not letting you in. This is the
Oh, he
face.
told me
Big
off again
Bad
last
Mama's
night.
never
Did y'all
gonna
see that?
visit you in person, Christian.
He told me off again last night. I was like, "Hey, yo, Lupin, what up?" And he's like, "Ah!"
Didn't he call you the Antichrist last night or
Yeah,
whatever?
he called me Antichrist. He called me that a number of times. He said that I didn't believe in Jesus being Lord, and he said some other stuff. Less than
Play
reputable.
some of the video, Logan. It'll be funny. Just not at the end because there's cursing.
Oh, just
What about me, guys? Can we make this about me? What about me, guys?
I'm not the one who brought up the video.
I'm sorry.
I thought we were
Big
playing
Bad
a video
Mama's
about Tim and I, but all of a sudden
Big Bad Mama's got me in a mood.
it turns into the AJ show all of a sudden. But okay, whatever.
You guys are exactly like Stacy. She's always like, "Oh, just that whole conversation has to be about you."
Oh, AJ, I have needs. I need things out of you in this relationship. Can our relationship be reciprocal? And he's just like, forget about it. Gabagool.
Bada bing.
Aw. Poor Stacy.
Italian American stereotype.
Okay, okay.
I thought Bruce was Italian. Or you said he
He's
was
just an
Irish.
asshole. He's not
I
Italian.
cook at the meatball.
graphics card, trying to overclock it, and just see if I'm gonna melt my PC.
Yeah.
i7.
Okay. So
That's not
I
very
was
specific.
just wondering why you.
Yeah,
you
that's not
seemed-
specific at all. Is it a 4790K? Is it like what kind?
Right?
to really
Yeah,
dislike Christian Pike, and he seems like a nice person to me. So I'm just a little confused.
I mean, I have my own personal history with him.
You got all the different kinds of
I mean,
computer
you can
processors. You got
find
Kaby
the
Lake,
atheists like
you
the
got
South
Mocha
Park
Lake, you've got
Christians, you know, like
Smirnoff
the ones
Lake.
that want instant revolution and everything like that. They feel like they're more on their side, which they probably are.
Brother Pike, I ask you something. Are you jealous
You mean atheists?
that Lupin could breathe fire?
Well, you know, alcohol's got a very high amount of flammability, so it was only a matter belch of time.
Oh, is that Lupin? Is he here?
Shut up, Christian. No one's talking to you.
Dang, that's actually true. Nobody was talking to me.
Okay.
I'm Lupin. I'm here. Somebody get me a beer.
Big Bad Mama, let's hear your Lupin.
Christians.
I think he's not here anymore.
Oh.
Aiden, you're nothing but a heretic. I don't. I have to work on it.
That's good. That's good.
I'm like,
That was good. That was good.
What Lovecraftian creature would make what has that voice?
Yeah, good.
I'm under the mountain of madness that also happens to be a mountain of empty, discarded belch beer cans, Lupin.
Well, I'll call the old ones if I want to call the old ones.
The old one refers to my liver because it's the liver of an 80-year-old at this point with how much liquor I've drank.
Oh.
To like theistic
I'm an
evolutionist
alcoholic.
Christians.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would agree with that.
And I'm not a theistic creationist. You know, I
Theistic
think it's a
creation.
a heresy. You know,
What?
What do you say?
You know,
I would love to know what a theistic creationist is.
it's you know.
Oh, it's that they. It's 17 could be 15 years old.
What kind of scumbag would say you know all the time?
You know.
Where's Big Bad Mama?
I'm here. I'm here.
Where's Brother Pike?
Hopefully gone.
Okay.
it doesn't work
Well,
with.
most Christians think evolution is true, though.
Okay, well, I'm not one of those Christians.
Yeah.
Is there a problem with that?
No, I mean you're entitled to your belief.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
That's pretty convenient because I've been nothing but
yeah, like
entitled
that
my
video
whole
that you
life.
saw was from a year ago. So I mean, there's
Which
been
video is that?
the one that you saw earlier.
Can you be more specific?
The one that was earlier today from that like 2 hour stream that I had with Stump. Man, Stump's mic was really bad, but it's okay. It happens.
It
I mean,
was.
yeah,
I
You
actually
mean when you
managed
were watching the
to
Christian Pike
remember
videos?
my appearance on that
No,
stream.
it was like it was a stream from a year ago that we did like on Proverbs Guy's channel.
Yeah, and Christian Pike was on there with you and Dustin.
Right. Yeah, we were doing that debate.
Yeah, yeah, I saw that. What about
Yeah.
it?
So it's I'm just saying like I have a history with Christian, and it was like I think it was like after that stream, uh that's whenever like it just kind of got worse and worse with Christian. It just got like it was Christian's got a good first impression, but then once you start listening to him, it's just like it doesn't really jive well with I think traditional Christians.
Yeah. Well, there's so many different branches of belief in Christianity. You know, it's in a way it's personal to every Christian. You know.
Like I said, I don't I think
Lupin, could you give me
Christian
an
can
example of traditional
probably
Christianity?
go out and
Yeah,
reach people
Captain
and bring
Morgan, he
them
was an
to the knowledge of
original Christian.
Christ, even though I disagree with almost everything else regarding his theology. Um, but personally, it's just somebody that I'd rather just not associate with for just a number of reasons, and it's just through my experience of dealing with him.
Yeah. Um.
Wow, very specific.
If I came onto your stream and called you all these kind of slurs every single day and just kept bothering you and just annoying you and just being immature, would you want to associate with me? You barely want to associate with me now. But
Well, no, but are you
like
saying you've been called slurs by Christian Pike?
yeah, Christian Pike's always calling me gay. Why is my dad gay? All this other stuff. Like, I mean, he put one in the chat, but the thing blocked it.
Wait. The word gay is a slur now?
But
Uh,
The word "gay" is a slur. Are you kidding me, Lupin? You call other people snowflakes, and yet you're gonna sit here and say with a straight face that the word "gay" is a slur. Yeah, it's like a slur, you know, kind of like the thing I'm doing right now, Belch. I do
Always
nothing
doing
but
that, and I find that
make
unbecoming.
slurs if you think about it.
But
Oh,
you know
I
that
just got
that's
that.
not the definition of a slur, though. Like if
Just
you're
got
not
Why are you gay? Essentially
if
calling
you're
me
not
gay.
yeah,
That's
well,
a
if you're not gay, and if you don't think being called gay is an insult, then it's not an insult, and it's only a slur if the person is actually like, if it's like an anti-gay term, at least if it's used in that way. But if you're not gay, then it's not a
I'm not,
slur.
I'm not gay, and
I know. I'm not saying you are,
to
but that means it's not a slur.
no, it is it is a slur. That's
No, I'm
like
just saying no, but you're wrong by definition, though. Like I'm not saying I do
find
just
it
based on moral principle. It's the definition of the word, though.
I find it insulting.
Well, you shouldn't if you're not gay, though.
No, if you're a straight male and somebody calls you gay, you're gonna take offense to it.
I find it
I will
insulting.
actually
Why? Did you look in the
say you
mirror,
have a
Lupin?
point there. I think in our American society, I can remember when I was like 16, and this girl, I found out that she thought I was gay. I was offended, bro. I was pissed. I was like, what the fuck? You know? Sorry, excuse my language. But I was mad. So I think you have a point there.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I don't
I
know
just
how
don't think
old
it's a slur, though. That's my point.
I don't know how old you are. I'm 34.
I'm
He's
35.
I'm
34.
about to fossilize
Yeah.
pretty soon. But
Yeah.
whenever I was in
He
high
looks like
school,
he's in his
elementary,
40s.
middle school, I mean, we used to call
He
each
acts like he's
other
in
that
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
not to
like
compliment each
he's
other. I'll say
aged
that much.
horribly.
Mm-hmm.
He just
So
looks like
yeah,
he's
I mean,
kind of high schooler. I just see him more about how he
I don't
behaves.
know.
He looks like he's like
It's funny that you take that
17 and
position now of
47
all
at the
this
same time.
Right.
now nonsense and everything like you like that. But calling me gay, you're not respecting my gender identity. So should I not?
Right.
Hold
But
on, pause.
if you were friends with somebody and they legally
How did
got
I miss that? How did I
I mean,
miss
why
that?
are you even bringing that up as a standard when you go out of your way to disrespect LGBT people, Lupin? Like, why would you go out of your way to say, "Oh, you respect everybody," when you don't have any respect for anybody, including yourself? You fucking drunk.
Yeah. I just like a straight person trying to complain to me about being called gay. Like,
Yeah.
am I supposed to sympathize with you? Like,
Guess who's in the comments?
Oh my
Dustin?
god, it's the Dustin Buck.
His gender
Yeah,
identity
but
is Wolfen.
yeah, that's not. I'm not disrespecting his gender identity because sexual orientation is not the same thing as your gender identity.
Yeah.
No, it's not even close.
I don't know how I missed that, but I think I get him good on this next point.
I'll be right back, guys.
Guess who's here? Hi, Dustin.
What are we all gangbanging on Lupin or what?
No,
Yes.
thank you.
Now, like, you got any problem with that, Dustin?
I know. I really don't actually, and that is a very unashamed to know. So
Oh.
You don't have a problem with dogpiling Lupin?
I I don't. I'm sorry. I've been in that position so many times. I know ultimately the criticism will eventually sink in. It might be 30 years down the road, but he'll reflect on these words one day and they will guide his decisions into the future.
Well, I hope you're right.
I think you're
mean,
being a little too charitable, as far as I'm
30
concerned.
years is too charitable. I mean, maybe.
Do you think he's going to
Maybe
be
I can
around
see
30
that.
years from now? I don't know.
Not the way he takes care of his teeth. No.
Not the way he takes care of himself in general. Like, what a mess.
Dude, like he tried convincing me he knows computers, but he couldn't find the link to get back into the chat. I'm like, that's in your
Oh my
history,
god.
bro.
When you called him out on that yesterday, that was hilarious. I actually banged my desk. I was laughing so hard at that state because he tries coming back later and saying, I tried joining the league, but I couldn't. It didn't work in my history. It's like, shut up. Yes, it does.
Right? It's the same link. Aiden, okay, play the video, please.
I'm sorry. I'll shut up, AJ.
No, I just wanted you
Their
to hear
name
this part.
changed. You wouldn't intentionally use their old name if they didn't want you to, would they? Would you?
If they were my friend, probably not. But
Right.
if they weren't my friend, if it was like Aaron, I'll still call him Nelson. I don't care if he's got.
Well, I know, but I'm saying if you were friends, if you liked the person, not Aaron. I know you don't like Aaron.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, I would respect that, but I mean, that would be my friend, so I would respect my friend's wishes. But me and
Well,
Christian Pike, while we're brothers in Christ, we're not exactly.
Wait, your brother's in Christ, Lupin? I thought that, according to you yesterday, Christian isn't even really a Christian.
Right.
What happened to that? I guess it's hard
Lupin
keeping track of
doesn't.
things when you bullshit as often as Lupin does, though.
Yeah, Lupin can't remember yesterday's conversation. You're. You can't expect that out of him.
You're right. It's like expecting him to be able to tie his own shoes. That's far too much of an expectation for somebody like Claudia.
Oh, man.
Exactly the best of friends. We're brothers, but you know, even Cain and Abel had some issues, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, right?
If you asked him, if you asked Lupin who killed who out of Cain and Abel, he wouldn't be able to tell you. I bet my whole bank account on that right now.
I bet you if you were to try to ask him who was Cain and who was Abel, he probably wouldn't be able to tell you.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if no, but I mean, like out of Christian and him, which one was which?
Yeah, are you Cain or are you Abel? Hold on 1 sec. Clickety clackety click click clackety click.
Right,
according to this AI.
All the brain fusing, like all the cells like fighting for third place.
Somebody doing a construction project in the background?
No.
Somebody's doing something in the background. Who's here?
Oh, the great. Oh, Lupin.
Is he here on the panel?
No.
Oh, you got me all excited. Oh, hey, Lupin! I thought that you were done with this channel, buddy. What happened to that? I thought you were done with this channel. Wasn't that all of 2 days ago that you said that? That was all of 2 days ago that you said you were done with this channel and you weren't ever coming back again. What happened to that? Idiot.
Sorry. But where?
I'm right here.
Oh, where's AJ?
I'm here.
Thank you.
And, I will say to Lupin in the chat, I want to extend my apologies for losing my temper on your stream last time. So sorry.
I would like to apologize to Lupin that he exists, and I would like to apologize to Lupin that I have to share the same blighted greaseball of a planet as him, and that is all. The pale blue dot, when you see it out there in the image, like it reminds me of the water I try to drink to avoid a hangover. A little Lupin.
Say, did you would you ever like to get into a debate with Lupin, AJ? You versus
Oh, happily.
what would you like to debate about? Evolution versus
We can
creation.
debate about evolution or the existence of God or morality, objective morality.
What about debate over if Aiden's a witch?
I'd like to debate over the efficacy of alcohol and whether or not alcohol is needed in order to live a good quality lifestyle. I'd like to do that.
Well,
Yep.
I've heard some doctors say that having a glass of red wine after dinner can increase your lifespan and is good for your heart and has
No, that's
antioxidant.
true. That's true. I don't know if Lupin can count to one, but maybe if we could teach him, then I think we could get to that point.
Oh. Would you like to see him?
Enjoy my content. Thanks for the views. You realize that, like, when Gangster Ghost is watching this, that you only get one view out of it compared to all the people watching the stream, right? Like, you realize that those views don't, like, magically transmute over to your channel. Oh, wait, are you going to try to flag Gangster Ghost channel down again like you did last time? Are you going to do that?
Yeah, wait a minute. Lupin's always complaining that I flagged his video and got his channel taken down, but he did a strike against
He
Gangster.
actively did. No, he actually provably did a strike against Gangster Ghost. That is known. That is a fact. And yet he's going to sit here and complain about, AJ tried to organize a campaign to get my channel taken down. I thought you said that your channel didn't matter, Lupin. I thought you said that it didn't matter whether your channel got taken down because it's just an irrelevant channel that nobody cares about. Those were your words. Or did you forget about that too, idiot?
I mean,
But on my channel, have a good day. You've told me that I'm not allowed on your channel unless I pay a $5 entrance fee, so no thanks.
well, I think it was directed at me, but he's saying that he would take any of those debate topics. Well, okay, well, let's do it then. I'll do it on his channel.
That'd be awesome, actually. I'm trying to take Scooby out, but I can't find his freaking leash. I think Brana's parents might have forgotten it back at their place. I need to get a hold of them. All right, I need to make a couple phone calls. So
Where are you going?
So
well,
are we doing our stream tomorrow or the day after, Aiden?
tomorrow was the plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I see
Okay.
AJ, Aiden? What would you do? You fall to another dimension where you two are married and your son is Lupin.
Find my way out.
Oh, but
That's what I would do.
What would you do?
You know, tall building.
I would just do my best to be the best life partner I could and take care of my son if that was my responsibility.
Oh,
Yeah, you're gonna be a single dad, AJ. Sorry to say.
Okay.
Sorry,
I ain't taking care of that. I ain't taking care of that. It's nothing about you. It's about our horrible offspring, AJ. So don't take any offense.
What if it was?
Well, he would have to be adopted, I would assume.
No,
No. You were in vitrally fertilized, AJ.
Well, this is a different dimension, so.
That's true. Hey, Gina.
And your son is Claude.
Our son is Claude. Oh boy.
Claude
and Lupin would be interesting siblings.
Wait a minute. I was the first person to know about his channel being gone. How will you know that, Lupin? How would you quantify that?
Yeah, that's a good question. And besides, I thought that you said that you were done. I thought you said, have a nice day. I thought you were going to leave, Lupin. What happened to that? Can you not blow your top and keep it clean? He said he's going to set it up for tonight. That'd be awesome.
No, I can remain perfectly calm.
I just find it funny that you need everything set up on your channel where you have control over everything. It's almost like you're a pussy. You're a pussy, Lupin. I respect AJ more than Aiden. That speaks volumes. Well, I'll tell you what. I think higher of myself now that I know that you have so little respect for me, Lupin. That's my response to that. I think it's genuinely good life advice to take everything Claudio has done in his misfortunate, misshapen lump of a life and like do the opposite of that. I really do think that that's good life advice. You know, like when you see that Jack Daniels sitting on the table, don't drink it. You know, when you've got a friend that puts out a video of your content and you get butthurt because the content actually includes people covering you and fucking on you in a really funny way, don't report that. You know, like just do the opposite, and I promise you that, like, you know, like when you take too much medication and you're out of your mind and you can't even remember what you're doing, don't go on a public forum and ask a woman to marry you. You know, things like that. I don't know.
I still have been wanting to see that clip. What stream was that? Because I couldn't find it.
Might have been Harry's channel.
Yeah, I figured, and I wouldn't even have known about that if Lupin didn't tell me.
Yeah. The only person in this community that has provably reported another person's channel is Lupin, and he's provably reported this channel. So anytime that he complains about a conspiracy theory that doesn't exist, just remember that he's a serial projector. When he's not projectile vomiting the quesadilla that his dad made for him after he decided to drink a fifth of vodka, he's projecting his nonsense on the internet for everybody as though they care.
Yeah.
You ever had a fan called Honeywell?
Here, I'll tell you what, Lupin. I'll tell you what the debate topic should be. NEETs. Not in employment, education, or training.
Yeah.
Yeah, the debate topic should be NEETs and whether it is burdensome to be a parasite upon your parents long after you're supposed to be living with them. That's a good debate topic.
Yeah, you know, you're holding no punches back right there. Damn.
Fuck Lupin.
I mean, like there is a new freeway where his face used to be, and you park there on a constant basis. Like, what is going on?
Freeway kind of sounds like the free weights in the gym that I only went to one time. Lupin.
Freaking Lupin, dude. Like,
bro shows up in the gym like twice on stream and expects everybody to be convinced, like, oh, he's getting his life together. Wow.
You know what would impress me is, like, if you had a picture of him doing a job. Just one. Yeah. Any evidence that you've ever been gainfully employed by someone other than your parents.
I mean, even by his parents, I'd say that's a stretch. I don't think his parents are paying him at this point. I think they learned their lesson when all their chore money got turned into freaking Smirnoff.
I'm employed by Christian Pike.
Same here. He pays me good. He's a good boss.
Yeah.
Christian Pike?
He's a good boss. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've never worked for him, but he did offer to get me a job one time.
No, he's a good boss. What time, AJ? Well, it depends, Lupin. What time is available for you? Oh, wait, any time's available for you because you're a layabout that doesn't do anything with his life. I guess availability isn't a problem for you, is it, bitch?
I mean, I gotta wonder, how do your power bills get paid, Lupin? I know you use power on that laptop and internet for that matter. How do these things get paid?
He says he helps his parents with the bills. It's like, in order to help your parents with the bills, you have to have income. I don't believe that for a moment.
I mean, yeah, man. Like,
if you listen to the stream muted, it's 10,000 times better, LOL. Well, I mean, just keep drinking enough liquor, and just like the voices in your head telling you that you're a failure, this stream will eventually go away too, Claudio. How does that sound?
I need to tell you, you have 2 voices in your head, it's alright, but any more than that, you
Well,
Yeah, it's
we can do it at 8 o'clock, but I want to know what the topic is because I'd be happy to debate about evolution because I think that would be pretty funny.
There is so much going on right now.
So just type in chat 6, 7. No. You can listen to the stream, lumpin'. You can listen. Full credit to Claude Balls for lumpin'.
Oh, he wants me to type in.
No, you can listen to the stream. You can listen to the stream, Claudio. I promise you are capable of doing it. If you just take a shovel and shovel the copious amounts of wax out of your Dumbo-esque ears, then maybe perhaps you'll be able to keep that electrical bill powered with that earwax that you've got, buddy. Maybe you might be able to shovel that into the furnace like a coal miner.
Something. I mean, I imagine he's probably known very well at the plasma bar.
Yeah, I imagine so.
They probably know that guy. They're like, oh, well, he's in here all the time.
Only plasma I know about is the plasma TV my dad got for me, Lupin.
Well, if he doesn't know about plasma, I guarantee he donates semen.
God. That's a disturbing thought.
I'm just saying, man, like, if he's helping his parents out with bills, there's only few things in life that someone of that intelligence level can offer of value.
I'm sorry.
AJ, stop humoring him.
I know, but I want this to happen, though.
I do too. But we all know that he's listening to the stream. Nobody believes that you have this muted, Claudio. We're talking about you. Of course you're going to listen.
Yeah.
Dude, you tune in just to see if people
If there's one topic that Claudio knows about, if there's one topic Claudio loves, it's not history, it's not theology, it's not the AA club, that's for damn sure. The only topic that he likes is himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the kind of he strikes me as the kind of kid that like never got any kind of positive attention, so the only feedback he knows is negative at this point.
Somebody had to put up with it. Somebody had to. There had to have been someone with like the patience of Jesus himself that put up with that man to a point where he found out that it was okay to be that way.
He said, boring. Not as boring as Dune, though, right, Claudio?
Yeah, I find it kind of silly to claim that a debate about evolution is boring when you're like this big fan of Kent Hovind.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're a Kent Hovind supporter and you think Kent Hovind does good, then what? Are all his evolution discussions boring too?
I just think it'd be funny because he doesn't know anything about evolution.
Yeah, he's absolutely listening because he's trying to take shots at Dustin in the chat now, which is pretty funny.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
What's he trying to say about me now?
He said
you live out in the car.
Did Dustin get into his grandma's house for signal to park by McDonald's or to get Wi-Fi? Well, you know what? At least you know what? Let's just say hypothetically that's true, Lupin. At least he paid for his car. At least he's actually got something that's his in this world. What the hell do you own that your parents... You tried taking out the car and parking it by the McDonald's, your dad would probably call you and tell you that he needs it that day. And we're like, what the hell are you talking about?
If I was dude, I don't even want to dignify that with a response.
The only thing that Lupin has ever owned is several kidney stones.
Oh,
and a tooth decay.
Yeah, yeah.
There you
Yeah,
guys.
and a big hefty dental bill, but even that got taken care of by his parents, so I guess, hey, no big deal, right? Oh, his parents and strangers on the internet. He asked somebody on the internet to pay for it, and some random person online gave him a donation that he couldn't even name. He didn't even remember the name of the person that gave him the money. They gave him like $100 donation, and we tried remembering the name of the person. He couldn't even freaking remember. That's just how used to handouts this guy is.
Oh, thing is, only person on here actually looks their age is Mark. Everyone else look younger than their age. Aiden looks 18. Uh, AJ looks 17, and
Yeah.
Justin looks 17.
I do not.
You
Lupin
don't look
said,
30.
Lupin said, maybe his grandma casted a spell for better signal. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll cast you a spell. I cast motivation to get employed upon you, Lupin. Let me know how it works.
I mean, that's pretty pathetic. The only thing he remembers about me is that I'm homeless and my grandma's a witch. Like, real good attention to detail, man. The only thing that I repeat about myself.
Yeah. I mean, just goes to show that he's only looking for the positives in people, you know? He's really looking out for the brighter side of life. I actually don't. I don't like the bright side of life because it fucks with my hangovers. Actually,
I'm just bashing on the guy because I don't like him, and I don't know.
Oh.
I already broke that preach. It's not like I'm doing anything new. This wouldn't shock anybody if they were to find out. Oh, Dustin's talking shit about Lupin again. uh,
I mean, if anybody in this community deserves it, it's definitely him.
it's him, dude. He's stabbed everybody in the back. I can't think of one person he hasn't talked crap about or royally tried to screw over in some like really transdiluted way. If he ever was to invest any of the energy that he uses to rip people off into an evil plan, I'd be scared. Like,
See, that's the thing, though, is that, like, you're right. If he actually did take this energy and actually, like, put it towards something productive, he probably could make something of himself, but putting his energy towards something productive doesn't involve listening to a bunch of people talk about him. So you need to understand that's not going to happen anytime soon or ever.
I've given up hope for that. I have. There was a time,
Well,
like,
you
I
could just join the
literally
club.
thought. No, well,
No, go ahead.
here's the thing. Like, I thought that the reason that Lupin sounded dumb was because he had too many words trying to come out all at once. Like, I genuinely tried to give him that benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe his thoughts were just so complex that he had to go back over the same thing. Like, no, he literally he gets stuck on like a single track, like an old record. He just skips back over the.
I love that bit where you went on there and you compared it to an airplane crashing into a train as it derailed off of a bridge or something like that. Some amazing analogy. And Lupin gets all butthurt about it and like asks to get you kicked out of the room or something like that. That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny.
Was that Dustin?
Yeah, Dustin did that to Lupin. Ask Grandma if that's okay. See, that's the difference, though, Lupin. You don't understand. Is that Dustin, even if he is living in his car, it's his car. He doesn't need to ask. That's the difference. I know you've never lived a life where you don't need to ask some parental authority figure permission to do things, Lupin. But such a life does actually exist. You know, it's crazy. I'm in a lifestyle right now, Lupin, where if I wanted to right now, I could get up and I could do whatever the hell I wanted as long as it was legal. I don't have to ask a single person for permission. The only person that has any authority over me is my boss when I'm on the clock. That's it. And it's a wonderful feeling. I promise you that. Give it a try. Give it a try. I promise you that it won't kill you. All right,
Come
just
on,
get a
Aiden.
job at McDonald's and actually like try for once in your life. Maybe you'll find.
Aiden, we all know who wears the pants in your relationship, Aiden. So
That's true. No, that's true. But she's not here right now. So
Oh,
I'm in the
AJ?
same boat. That's okay.
No, Aiden. I just took Aiden.
yeah.
Yeah, I did finally found those pictures. It's weird. When I looked for them, I couldn't find them. Now I wasn't looking for them. I found them.
That's an old one.
Yeah.
That's an old one. Lupin used to like bring that up all the time because he thought it genuinely bothered me, which made me quite amused, I must admit. That he thought that it like genuinely bothered me. That was pretty good.
What do you think of them, AJ?
I'm not sure what to think.
That's what you think?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What about this?
Is that a growth or is that a conjoined twin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
that's
this.
unfortunate. That's the last thing I see before I die.
Well, this has been a good long stream, GG. It's been like 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna call it one. I do want to get some recording time in for Christian's book here, so I'm gonna bid thee adieu. Have a good night and take care.
You too. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Take care.
See you later, Aiden.
Take care. Bye. Bye,
Are you
AJ.
ending the stream?
Only if Wolfen doesn't come on. You want to come on, Wolfen? Lupin?
He might now that Aiden left.
Wolfen Dan? But are you two mortal enemies?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Are you enemies?
Yeah, I guess you could probably say that. Although, I mean, I'm willing to, settle things. It's just, I have, like Lupin said, I have a personal history with him, and he's said some things that I didn't like. But, we'll see. I wouldn't consider him an enemy. Although he did insult my art. Him and Stump said that I had the artistic skills of a middle schooler, which I found to be kind of a low blow.
You're a good artist. But do you heard about what happened on the podcast?
Yeah, I did. Can I share some of my artwork, by the way?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I don't know how big this one is, but this is the last painting I did. Although I did one for Christian Pike for his book, but I'm pretty happy with this one. It's supposed to be like it's supposed to be like overhead of like a beach, like there's like surfboards, waves, and then like I guess it's like zooming out, like you get a little bit higher, like satellite view, like continents on the Earth. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was so shocking Sunday. Even more shocking.
But what happened on
Monday.
Proverbs Guy?
They made an announcement that one of their members had an inappropriate relationship with a
Yes,
minor.
I did see that.
That was horrible. And what happened on Monday was shocking.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but I'll wait to make comments until I find out more information.
They mentioned that it was they had to let the member go.
Yeah. This is the artwork I did for Christian Pike for his book. Maybe I shouldn't show it yet, but
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Oh. You know, tomorrow's
I know.
Halloween. Where you gonna go as Halloween this
Oh,
year?
I'm not getting dressed up this year, but in the past I've gone as Donnie Darko and Ron Burgundy.
What if you go as Aiden and Aiden goes as you?
That'd be pretty good, although I don't know how you would make a costume for me other than just having glasses and
Yeah.
being less funny.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Joe.
Well, I guess
Oh,
Lupin's not going to join this stream.
Okay. Sorry if
Yeah,
I
go
had
ahead.
shut it down.